slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all.
And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it?
to play to claim a brand new name, oh. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, oh. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be?
Sorry about that. I had to reset all I had to reset up the section in the YouTube video for the standard stream, because every time I end the stream, I have to go in there and like re-put all the ats, like at certain YouTubers in there. And then I gotta go in and it's a process, but I had to reset up the man, what the fuck is that? It's not the comment section, the description. I had to reset up the description. What is this? That's it? That's all? Okay. Well, alright, I guess. Oh, wait, what happened? Where's IGN? Man, they are really trying to push this game. I'm not gonna touch that game. Avatar fighting game. That's it? Bro, there's like nothing. Regis the Witcher. This looks like crap. What is this? What is this, a card game?
In the game, you walk the path of Geralt, but with...
I can't with this, man. What are they doing to our franchises, man? First they had God of War with the stupid 2D game, and now this? Bro, come on. What is this? We a little bit late anyway, so... There's nobody there yet. There will be, though. I can almost guarantee you. Hopefully. That's the hope, right? If it starts, like, you know, kind of lagging up a little bit, just give it a few seconds. It's not my internet this time. I could see OBS. I have 0 drop frames. Puddin was having trouble with his stream last night, too, so... I think something's going on with YouTube. Alright, let's, we got a new episode of Bat and Squatch 3 days ago, boys. Let's, oh my god, this is alive. We'll watch a few sections. We'll let it play through a little bit, then we'll leave the rest.
Well, hello there, friend. I'm glad you could join.
That was creepy. Bro, that was creepy. Look at his smile, dude. That's creepy.
Well, hello there, friend. I'm glad you could join me. I was just reminiscing about our recent adventures. From meeting Indy Jones and doing a little time travel to kicking some alien ass to partying on Pandora with
Hell
Babs
yeah.
and Doc, it's been a wild ride. So I've put together our latest adventures into one big, bad mama jamma of a compilation for you.
Let's go.
Now grab your favorite snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Oh, y'all remember this one? That was a good one. Is this like the whole video? Surely not, right? It is the whole video. Oh, that kind of sucks. Man, I was hoping for snippets, man. I was hoping for compilation. Anyway, go check out Bat and Squatch, Bat and Squatch. Video's a little too long for a reaction, but you guys are killing it over there, man. Keep up the great work. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember that. Remember that. Yeah, I think that that would have been a great Nintendo exclusive. So that way I don't ever have to admit that something that like a 2D God of War game ever released on, you know, console. I mean, yeah, on console. It's kind of an affront. Even the PlayStation Portable versions were 3D. Why the hell would you release a 2D side-scrolling God of War game? That's so stupid. I saw that and I was like, ew. Like, what they should have done, whenever they showed... Hold on, actually, you know what? I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up since we didn't really have any good gaming stuff today. Let's see. God of War. See, they should have had this game before. So, like, this game should have... The trailer for this at the... Wherever they release these games at. I don't know what the fuck it's called. State of Play, I guess. This should have been before this. But they had... See, like, if it played like this... Look, for example, if it played like this... Whoops.
Before I was a father. Before I was a god.
I am actually very curious to know what the story is for this game, though. I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if Deimos is in it, Kratos' brother. Bro, fingers crossed that they remake God of War Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus.
Spartans!
I'm so happy they're bringing back the trilogy, man. Ever since I played Ragnarok, I've been thinking to myself, man, that game is just bad, bro. Compared to the OG God of War trilogy, man, you just can't top that. And I think they know that.
Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Press your attack! Don't relent! Never on our backs!
And I don't doubt that this game is good, but it's a 2D platformer, bro. I don't want to play a 2D platformer.
Never left behind! Always united!
The legendary saga of gods and monsters, of tragedies and triumphs, of destruction and redemption. Begin
Chains of Olympus was so good.
here.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm so scared they're gonna censor a lot of stuff in the trilogy. I'm so scared, bro. Those are my games, man. That is like peak content for Sony right there. Please don't censor those games, bro. I know those games front to back, bro. I've beaten all their difficulties, all their challenges. I'm gonna pick up on shit so quick when I start playing those games. It's gonna turn my stomach. So this was available the day they launched it at the State of Play, right? So they had this second and this first in the lineup. You should have had this trailer second. You should have had this trailer second, yeah. And that 2D platforming God of War first. And this is why. It would have made... Because this would have been the last trailer of the entire State of Play. This would have been way better. Yeah, I'd still play it if they added a new camera angle.
Zeus! Your son has returned.
I don't think I would play it if I started noticing stuff that was like obviously censored. Like, I grew up playing these games, bro. Like, I've played them for streams multiple times. I've played them for Let's Plays multiple times on this channel. I can throw down with God of War. I will notice instantaneously if anything's changed. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I might even start throwing shit. I'm not even kidding.
Hey.
Bro, I saw this dude pop up and I was like, no shot! They brought him back!
Hey, what's happening, fam? It is OGTC.
I'm not even gonna lie. The minute I saw that they were remaking the original God of War games, the hype for this went above Grand Theft Auto for me. Like, Grand Theft Auto is great. You know, I've always played Grand Theft Auto, grew up with that game too. But this was like the thing for me. I don't know why I clicked with God of War so well, but I just clicked with it, dude.
The original God of War. How y'all doing today? I'm so glad you're hanging out, and I want you to know as we close out this last few months of the God of War's 20th anniversary, I'm thrilled to bring you some exciting news about the series today. Now look, we are happy and excited to finally confirm that, the Greek trilogy remake is now in development. Yeah, man, I know. Sit down. Now look, this project is still in the early stages, so it'll be a minute before we get back to share another update, right? But I'm telling you, next time we come back, we coming with something big, baby. Yeah. So, closing, I want to say thank you. Thank you all for your patience. You've been waiting.
Play Grand Theft Auto 5?
So thank you for your patience.
You gotta play it, bro.
But most of all, I want to thank you all for supporting this God of War franchise all these years.
It's so good. Grand Theft Auto 5 is so good. You gotta play it. I played it on stream. I think Nigel knows. I think God and a Fish knows that it's good.
Peace.
He's seen pieces of it. I know that. But it would have been way more peak to have this play first. I mean, in a second in the line of trailers, because after this played, that new 2D God of War game was behind it, and it said out now. I think that's where they messed up. But it wasn't just God of War they did that with. They did that with another game. And I was like, dude, why wouldn't you have it the other way around? Why are you doing it like this? It's weird. Okay. You know, we got to get into it now. We got to get back into the trenches. We started a little late today because my internet was acting funky. And, well, to be quite frank, there's not really any new gaming stuff out right now. Anyway. Oh, we got to get into politics. Time to get back into trenches, boys. You know, no! Well, shit, that's gone forever now. That's gone forever. So I wanted to react to this yesterday, but I ran out of time.
Do we predict tomorrow?
YouTube side. I don't know what's going on with YouTube servers. You might get a little hiccup here and there. I got 1.1% drop frames. I did. Which is like nothing. So, I don't know either. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. It's hell, the internet's acting funky right now too. Man, I don't know. Man, it is it's not too bad. I don't know. I had a Hood and a friend of mine said the same thing. I think YouTube has been messing up anyways. How's it going? Morning, everybody. Morning, everybody. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today, dude. Like, even my OBS is acting funky. Something's going on. Hold on. So it is a YouTube thing? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck, dude. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, they were acting crazy last night. I'm waiting for the frames to dip back up. I don't know what the hell is going on, dude. I don't want to mess with it because it could crash the whole damn thing. And OBS has been crashing too. Okay, it looks like it's stabilizing ish. Oh. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Well, looks like it's kind of sort of coming back. Ain't nothing working right since these files have been released. That's funny. That's actually funny, dude. Let me see. Well, it's not that I'm running two. It's that it's just not running at all. That's the problem. Oh wait, I think we got reconnected. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to swap between the internet because I have two different types of internet because I got Wi-Fi 6. So like I'll have to switch between the 5G and the standard one. It should stabilize. I'm usually pretty good at these things. Because we back to 0 drop frames. Let me just make sure that it's not going to crap out on me. This might happen a couple times. I don't ever have this problem, so if anybody's new that's chilling and watching, I do apologize. I don't know what the hell is going on, dude. This past week and since Friday, dude, ever since I took my vacation, man, it's been fucked. A vacation meaning I got suspended. It's been fucked, bro. It's been fucked. I'll say that. It's been thoroughly fucked. I started having trouble yesterday, but it like wasn't this bad. This is bad, bro. Like this is bad. Okay, I think we're back. YouTube still says that it's not getting enough to maintain smooth operating, but I don't know about that. I think we're back. We should be good. if I start seeing the frames drop again, I'm going to quickly switch over to, you know, and try to, oh, okay, looks like we're back. It looks like we're back. Okay. So hopefully we can keep going. I'll have to sit here and play tit for tat with the damn internet.
Tomorrow's tragedies a week
Okay.
early.
So we got some decoys. Check out decoy. I do still miss decoy voice. I'm never gonna let him live that down. W decoy, hell yeah, decoy. Go check out decoy.
On this channel, it's almost like this chaos isn't on accident, but part of their plan, as massive school walkouts are spanning all the way from Dallas up to Chicago, as students are instructed to be
Dallas. Man, look at all these kids. What the hell are they doing? Not the kids. What are these adults doing to keep these kids in school? Why do these kids care about political matters? They can't even vote. Why the hell? Bro, you cannot convince me that these kids are out there doing this for themselves. You cannot. They can't even vote right now. They're not even 18. Bro.
become
That's crazy.
anti-ICE activists, and even over in Baltimore, watching themselves into needless danger, all because the left allows it. But now in Washington, they've begun to attack.
How many friends that you know that you grew up with as an American, or even as even if you're an immigrant or whatever, who cares? As a child, as like a high schooler or a middle schooler, how often did you talk about politics? Seriously. How often have you ever talked about politics?
Pro-ICE individuals. And as the attacker was arrested,
Exactly.
another girl got involved.
That's right, we got to watch her get arrested yesterday, dude. That was funny. See, that's what happens whenever you got these parents gassing up all these people in the community. Like, it's sad, dude. Like, you can't do this. This is just gonna cause chaos. And now you're trying to get kids involved? These kids are out there because their parents are pushing them to do it. And then to boot, they're doing it because they don't have to go to school if they do it. Duh. Wouldn't you have done the same thing if you were in high school or middle school to get out of school? Come on. Let's be honest here. These kids can't even vote. Why would they care about politics? Let me tell you something. Whenever I was going through high school, I knew about the dangers of taking out a $100,000 student loan and going to college. You don't think that these kids know exactly what they're doing? They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And let me tell you something. They don't care about politics. They're doing this because their parents want them to do it. It gives them an excuse to get out of school. Duh.
Only to also get arrested. It's kinda sad to see someone smiling while waving her "No one is illegal on stolen land" sign to sobbing "I want my mommy." But life comes at you fast when you
They're not snatching their friends and family. If they're illegals, then they're gonna get snatched. That's just how it is. Like that, I mean, you shouldn't be here. It's illegal. You're breaking the law. Now, if you're here legally, then, you know, welcome to America.
been handed to the Democrats as their latest sacrifice to the cause. As
Yeah,
a
I mean,
student,
2 people already laid their life down for this nonsense in Minneapolis. And you know what happened? All the illegals still got deported. They're done with Minneapolis. It's over. Like, job done. Great job, Holman. Like,
didn't come up with that slogan. No.
ever
someone
since,
showed-
you know what's crazy is they got the job done so fast once the police started doing their jobs that, like, it's completely over. It's completely over. Like, even the riots and stuff in Minneapolis, nobody's talking about it anymore because it's over. It's done. It's completely done.
to her, lied about its accuracy, lied about what's happening, and placed her on the front lines to face real-life consequences. Also, they can cry about her crying, and again, lie about what's happening. As the local reporter wrote about the 2 students arrested after an alleged assault, opening with how the vast majority of the event was peaceful and energetic. But when
I don't think it's just parents allowing this. The schools need to be held accountable for letting these kids out. Whenever a parent goes to work and their child goes to school, these schools are held to an accountability standard because they're supposed to be the guardians of these students. Like, anytime, for example, anytime that they go on a field trip outside of the school, you're supposed to get a waiver signed for legal liability reasons, right? How come it is that these schools are letting these kids walk out? It's not just the parents that need to be held accountable for this. The teachers and the principals of these schools need to be held accountable too. This is crazy.
Non-local entered the crowd. The scene was chaotic as he yelled something to the effect of, "President Trump is great."
Let me tell you something. If you're losing so bad, you've got to rally up a bunch of children to walk out of a school, you've lost. Seriously. They're not old enough to vote. They're not old enough to even consent for anything as a child. They can't. You're supposed to be smarter, better. You're supposed to be the adult for these people. You are. You're supposed to show them what an adult and what the real world looks like. And instead, you're feeding them with propaganda that they can't even change. And you're telling them to go out and you're using your own children as like shields. What are you doing? Like a gas canister that they shoot into a crowd to disperse the crowd's not going to care about what race you are. It's not going to care about what gender you are. It's not going to care about what religion you are. A gas canister is going to do what a gas canister is going to do. And if the police have to break up these riots, protests currently, let's see how long that lasts, and then they're gonna do it. It's not gonna matter how old. It's like whenever you had these adults bringing these kids to, or like these like babies, infants even, to ICE protests, and then they're bitching and complaining that their baby got pepper sprayed. It's like, if you got a child, why are you in a protest? You don't like. Even Bernie Sanders, whenever he went down to protest for black rights, right? They were spraying people with the big water hose that they have on a fire truck, the deck gun. Why would you want to risk your child being hit and sprayed with that water? Like, there were people out there standing and waiting for the water to hit them, and then they were getting hit so hard with the water they were flying backwards. Duh. Like, what are we doing? Like, how is this even a...
So when a student swung on him, knocking off his glasses, the local coppers quickly came to make an arrest. And then another student appeared to throw themselves on the ground, so she was also arrested. That article couldn't be more misleading if they tried to.
Man, that is crazy. You got these kids out there mauling out, crashing out over all this stuff. You done gassed your kid up to the point where instead of her throwing herself down in front of you, she's throwing herself down in front of a bunch of adults. And they arresting her sorry ass. Let me tell you something. If I ever threw myself down in front of my mom, she'd pick me up by my fucking legs and commence to beating my ass. She would hold me upside down and commence to slapping the fuck out of me. I am shocked. We live in the day and age we do now.
And I do believe they tried to mislead their readers, writing, "Evil foreign Trump supporter crashes peaceful protest and tells..."
And you know how I know that? Because my mom's done it to me several times.
Student swings, knocking off his glasses, which is just the mostly peaceful way of writing, "She punched him." But that's half as bad as saying, "Student taken to jail for throwing themselves on the ground," when there's multiple video angles showing her trying to physically stop the cops.
No, she from what I understand, she actually she started hitting the officers. These aren't ICE agents, these are police officers that she's assaulting. As long as ICE doesn't have to do riot control, the thing they're not trained in, everything goes smooth. These are police officers that these kids are like hitting and stuff, because the ICE agents are still doing their job. They're going to do their job. It doesn't matter how often you bitch and maul about it. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. The thing is like, the American people voted for this. I didn't vote for it, but we got it. So that's just all there is to it. Like, and I'm happy to see the police stepping in and actually doing their job, which they're supposed to be acting like a barrier between these people and ICE. And that's a great thing. I'm happy to see that no one's losing their lives because the police are able to do their job.
Arresting the other girl before falling to the ground as she's being detained. It's insane as we can all see the footage for ourselves, but they can't help but lie.
And you know what? Drive safe. You know what really sucks about this? Is these kids, their parents are going to bail them out of jail without any problems, right? They're going to have a court date, and their parents are going to be patting them on the head. Bro, let me tell you something. If my mom found out, even if I was a state over, if I was in Texas when I was going to high school, I was a state over, my mom was in Louisiana. If my mom found out I did something like this, brother, I don't think there's a single place on this planet my mom would not find me. I kid you not. I kid you not. I could be on the phone with this lady and hear a knock on the door and know that I'm about to get it. Straight up. I can sense the look she would give me through the phone, and I would just stop talking.
As these so-called student walkouts are all resulting in attacks, as that last incident was in Washington, but this also occurred in Illinois.
The student-led protest outside of Aurora City Hall turned chaotic.
If you like your country so much, go back to your own country. If you are here protesting in America and you're not even waving an American flag, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons.
In Washington, but this also occurred in Illinois.
The student-led protest outside of Aurora City Hall turned chaotic quick when a man pulled out a Trump flag and allegedly egged students on. Dozens of students chased the man. He was hit and kicked multiple times with rocks, water bottles, and shoes were thrown at him.
Yeah, we didn't steal no damn land. We conquered it. That's what we did. And you know what's crazy? Is that back in the day, it was one big supercontinent. There was no different continents. It was all one big piece of landmass. And you know what? We all inhabited it. You know what ended up happening? The tectonic plates pulled it apart. It's not stolen land. That's just the stupid thing they're going with. And if you think it's stolen land, then talk to Billie Eilish, because now she's getting her multi-million-dollar mansion taken away from her.
After several minutes,
that's a dumb argument, dude. That's such a dumb argument.
Dad, who doesn't support Trump, helped the man escape into Fifth Third Bank.
You know how you know it's conquered land? Go up to any Native American you know and ask them how it turned out for them whenever they let people come into their land and conquer them.
To move away from them, he didn't listen, they went up to him.
Almost line by line, the same exact situation, reported with the same exact anti-ICE slant. And what's worse is it happened again, as CBS wrote about the Austin walkout, where police pulled out a taser.
And he had pulled out the taser on me and pulled it out like this and had threatened to take me to jail. I stood there and I was confused. Then I proceeded to continue saying, "Let go of her, please let her go." She was just very peaceful, had no threatening nature. I literally saw her crying of joy because she was so happy that all of us had come out here as a collective. And so I had seen her getting arrested, and that scared me because I've seen so many times on the news, time and time again, of police and ICE taking innocent protesters and arresting them for no reason, putting them in jail with no due process.
Yeah, that is true. Like, you do realize that the different Indian tribes fought each other for generations, right? Like, straight up. And then, like, we managed to get in contact with a tribe and we helped them wipe out a different tribe using, like, literal biological warfare. Like, we gave, like, well, not we, but they, you know, like the whenever they came here, they gave them clothing that was infected with, like, smallpox and stuff. And, like, the tribesmen carefully handled it and gave it to the tribes that they didn't like and wiped them all out. Like, it was a massacre, bro. Like, and then we did the same to them. So, like, sorry you got out, like, they got outsmarted. I mean, I wouldn't have agreed with it when it was happening, but it happened. I mean, that's just how it is. I'm sorry. It's no different than whenever they try to use the slavery card over your head constantly. It's like, you do realize that in Africa, that black people were selling black people to the slavers, right? Like, their own people were trading them so that way they could have money and freedom. I wasn't involved in that, but history says what happened. That's not my fault. I didn't ask for it, and it damn sure didn't alter my life. I'm poor as fuck, bro. Like,
or even hurting them, doing violent things, or even killing them, like that had been done to Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Renee Good tried to run over a federal agent and got shot, and Alex Peretti, his parents came forward and said he had been fired months prior, he had gotten involved with the wrong crowd, and he was out there kicking taillights off of federal vehicles with a gun. That's a felony. Now, does it mean that he deserved to get shot whenever he did? Hell no. If any wrongdoing was actually done there, they need to charge the ICE agents, put them in jail, and continue what they're doing. It happens all the time in law enforcement. People get shot. It happens. It's what happens when you got somebody that genuinely can't control themselves. There's always bad apples in every bunch, but that doesn't mean that you can't continue doing what you're doing. Like, you have an operation, you have a job to do the job. Get it done. That's all there is to it.
For innocent people, innocent lives taken. All I told them was to stop. I said, why are you taking her? All I said over and over, why are you taking her? Because you have to have a probable cause to arrest.
It doesn't matter. They're police officers. They don't answer to you. You're not the judge. She'll have her day in court. Those are police officers. They can't even use the whole ICE agent thing anymore. These are actual deputies of the law. They're law enforcement that are there to upload state law.
Someone if they are protesting.
Oh, but ICE is making people arresting people. No, that's law enforcement. That's a police officer. Last time I checked, that's a boy. That's a girl in blue.
Meaning when she bumped into the police lady while screaming in their ears.
She was just kidding. We're protesting. We have the right to protest.
As the contact was minimal, but CBS only played the parts of her peacefully protesting.
And that's the issue with all of this, is they tried to spin Renee Good off as somebody who was trying to go and pick up her kids from school. Come to find out, she was chasing ICE agents around, and like even her partner came forward and said that's what they were doing. And then there's other videos of them doing it, and then on top of that, Alex Peretti, they AI altered the shooting whenever they displayed it out on the Senate floor they're like, dude, one of the freaking ICE agents didn't even have a head in the painting. And then they altered the dude's facial structure to make him look more attractive whenever they put the photos online. Or like even whenever they did the news things for it. They altered his face using AI. Dude, the bone structure in his face was completely different than his actual like picture, his portrait. Like, they did it to make him look more attractive, so more people would have sympathy for him.
On the sidewalk,
it's crazy.
When these angry, evil officers pulled out the taser, where their segment carefully cuts out all of her aggression. As one news outlet omitting this might be a mistake, but all of them across the country are writing it the same exact way.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan community.
Bro, that's eerie. That's so fucking eerie. That is so eerie. That is terrifying. They're all saying the exact same lines.
Writing it the same exact way.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda.
What the fuck? Bro, what? That's fucking terrifying. It's all the same thing. How do you have so many? This is only the ones that he found, too. There's probably hundreds more out there that are doing the same thing. And you want to tell me this isn't paid? What? They're all saying the exact same thing word for word. Bro, my ass is going to turn up missing.
Controlling exactly what people think, and this is extremely
Look,
dangerous.
he's switching out. He's switching out the videos too to the other newscasters. He's switching them out.
Controlling exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Reminding us again.
Bro, what?
No matter how much you hate the mainstream media, you don't hate them enough, as these anti-ICE school walkouts are getting increasingly more...
Well, think about it. Why would these broadcasters all be saying the same thing? It's because these illegals are only helping the rich people. They're able to take jobs away from Americans, which means they don't have to pay taxes because they're being paid under the table. They effectively have a form of slave labor because they're being told, they're telling these illegals that if you don't work like hundreds of hours a week, that they're going to be sent back. They don't have to pay health insurance on them. Like, it's a form of, like, of course they're going to probably spend a shitload of money on this kind of propaganda. Why else wouldn't they do it? Like, it doesn't help Americans having these people here, man. Like, holy God, that's crazy. And then on top of that, they use the votes too. Like, they're like, that's the whole reason why Minnesota, whenever Minneapolis got all those people out, all those illegals, they lost an entire electoral seat. Like, bro, that's terrifying.
Dangerous, but the news outlets are only focusing on how the police are the problem. And as these anti-ICE protests have plagued Los Angeles the longest,
I don't think I see a single American flag in there. I don't see a single one, bro.
local KTLA finally played when they were actually attacking the feds.
Well, you know, what seemed to be a peaceful march and rally has turned into be a little more violent. So the student-led march that we showed you earlier on was about 100 or so people.
And you wonder why somebody like Nick Shirley that goes into Minneapolis and exposes all that fraud that was going on down there blows up on the internet. It's because every single news media outlet is showing the exact same thing and they've spun it in a way that makes this look bad.
We're marching through the Civic Center area, managed to make it over here to the federal detention area, and that's when we saw that scuffle that just happened here with federal agents or federal police. So they are calling for additional backup here. You can see the tasers that are out and a baton.
But brush it off as a
Look, you see that? They threw something. Look, watch, they're gonna throw something right here, watch. Watch this section of the video right here.
And a baton.
But brush it off.
You see that? See, the minute that starts happening, they need to disperse the crowd. That's an accident waiting to happen.
As a clash. But at least this provides pressure on the schools to terminate a teacher that apparently helped the students escape the school to go to a protest, where he was fired within the hour of doing this, which I see as a win. Once you start setting the precedence of teachers are here to teach, not to turn the students into leftist activists, the other government employees will stop pushing the kids out to protest. But sadly, we predicted all of this weeks ago, and after several students were arrested, some of them even stabbed, and at least one teacher has been terminated, they've accomplished a grand total of nothing. Trump's still enforcing border laws, net migration continues to plummet, and the SAVE Act is getting passed through the Senate. You'd think these activists would stop sacrificing
What's the SAVE Act? What is that? What does that do? What does the SAVE Act do? Oh, damn, it's going to enforce American voters. Citizens Citizenship is already a requirement to vote, and instances of non-citizenship votings are rare. Many eligible citizens don't have access to document proof of citizenship. Ways to verify. I don't know what that is. That's not even the things. I don't even know what that is. It's kind of crazy because in most states, if you're homeless, like Texas has a program set up that allows that if you're homeless, you can actually get an ID for free. And Texas has something like that. So there's literally no excuse to not have something like a voter ID. Like if you have to get carded to buy a firearm, you have to get carded to buy alcohol, you have to get carded to rent a rental truck, and you can only do that at the age of 25, like, unless you're ageist, I think that it's okay to require a form of identification at the voting booth. In fact, I'd really like to see. I'd really like that.
Themselves, but that's only if they'd stop and think for themselves. So if you appreciate my concise, light-hearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully...
Yeah, it is unfortunate that it is today's reality, isn't it? I think he uploaded another video. I don't know who that is. Okay. I am not... You know what? Hold on. I am 95% sure that I accidentally closed out a tab. So let me... So, we've been covering this for a few days now. The Rupert Lowy.
Nigel Farage. Talking about how bad Rupert Lowe is. Here we go.
This is the guy, the Rupert Lowe is the guy that is running for Britain. He is running on like insanely harsh immigration reform, like deporting all the same thing that Trump was running on, only this guy is being more blunt and forward with it. Not this guy, Rupert Lowe.
You know, people think, oh,
this must be the opposing party.
Done it. We'll just set a party up. It'll be marvelous. We'll sweep the next election. It just isn't as easy as that. Now, does he have a profile on X? Yes, he does. Is Elon going to support him? Probably. But you see, when he stood up and said that we've got to consider the mass deportation of entire communities, including those born...
This isn't just an... I want to make this very clear. This isn't just an American problem. This is happening all over the world right now. Japan just passed somebody that's going to crack down on harsh immigration policies. That it was a woman. She won the overwhelming majority of votes too. It's happening in the UK. It's happening everywhere. People are tired of this. They're tired of having people assaulted. They're tired of people being killed in their communities. They're tired of being oppressed religiously. They're tired of it. This is happening all over the world right now.
In the United Kingdom. That just moves way beyond a point of reasonableness, of decency, of morality.
It doesn't matter about decency whenever you're hemorrhaging so much money to illegals and immigrants that don't have a job and aren't putting into the taxpayer system. Whenever everybody's not even going to have Social Security by the time they turn 60, 65. They're saying that the way we're going right now, because of all these people, that we're not even going to have Social Security by the year 2035. That's less than 10 years away. That's terrible. We can't afford to have these people here. I ain't got no bad blood with a lot of them that aren't doing anything wrong, right? But we can't support you, man. We can't even support ourselves. How are we trying to go around and help all these countries and we can't even help ourselves? That doesn't make any sense to me. We got homeless veterans on the street. Why do we have homeless veterans on the street and we busted in a bunch of people from a foreign country and giving them places to stay and giving them food stamps and giving them money and giving them like free rides around. And if, like, how are we doing that? We can't even help out our own citizens. How does that, how do you even, you want to talk about morality? Come on.
And that was the moment at which, you know, I realized we just had to get rid of him and get rid of him as quickly as we could.
That's right. They don't want anybody else. They only want controlled opposition. That's I'm actually really glad to see him say this, because this really goes to reaffirm something that I've said for.
I don't see anybody fighting this hard for the immigrant that moved here legally down on Skid Row. What about him? What about the fact that he has to live out of a tent in LA because the system is so fried that he can't even find a job to get his family out of a tent? He's got a little 5-year-old son in the tent. But you don't want to talk about that. You don't want to protest for that. You don't want to protest for all these veterans that are on the street, or all these homeless people that are on the street. You don't want to help them get clean or get a job, right? You'd rather sit here and protest a bunch of people that got imported and are stealing everyone's jobs and taking money from the system. It's just so wrong, man.
Is that a lot of these people, like, especially like a lot of these like establishment kind of like, you know, pretend conservatives, what they're doing is they are just simply participating in the same managed decline that you're trying to vote
The
against.
guy that Nick Shirley interviewed, the one that I'm talking about, he was an immigrant. He's not illegal. He's an immigrant. He came from a different country. He came from, I think it was Brazil. And he migrated the legal way to America. And he's homeless, bro. He's homeless. That's sad. That's so sad. He's sitting there saying that it was 1,000 times better in Brazil than before he came here. You got actual immigrants that go through the headache process of becoming citizens, and they can't find a job now. And you want to talk to me about morals? Where's your morals? And you know what sucks? Is he can't get a job because he can't. It's because the system is rigged. If you're here legally, if you're an immigrant and you're here legally, you have paperwork, you have documents, you have a paper trail. If you get a job, they have to pay you normal wages. They have to treat you like a citizen, like an American. They have to. But if you're legal, they can pay you under the table. They don't have to take taxes out of that money. They don't have to pay your insurance. That's less strain on the company. You realize that one person at a company that's on health insurance costs well over $100,000 a year? One person. Of course they want illegals. Why wouldn't you?
They're like, it's like, okay, well, you can vote for this other party, so whenever it happens, you know, they'll complain about it, and you can feel good about them complaining about it. But they're never actually going to solve the problem themselves. Raj is a disgrace? Yeah.
I don't think in terms of the way we dealt with that, we were probably more brutal than the other parties. But you know what? That's the way it's going to be. Thank you.
Yeah, well, they can say the same thing, but now you're complaining about it. And then also, like, and this is the other issue, too, is listen to this again.
That just moves way beyond a point of reasonableness, of
And you're right.
decency.
You're right. But whenever people call illegals parasites, it's not really meant to be derogatory. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. But for the most part, they are acting like a parasite in a symbiotic host. They're taking and they're not giving. And that's the problem, is that if you do this enough to any country, like we're the richest country in the world. Keep this in mind. We are the richest country in the world. And we won't even have Social Security by the year 2035. We can't afford you. We are sorry. We can't. We don't have the resources for it. No country does. If we're the richest country in the world and we can't afford this, no country can. We can't even afford to help our own citizens.
Of morality.
And there's no real...
And I say citizens because I'm talking about Americans and immigrants. That's the problem.
for why that's the case. There's no explanation for why that's bad or what the reason for it is at all. It's just somebody that's going out there saying this to shut down conversation. They want popularity without doing the work. Well, the main thing that they want, and this is what I think it is that they want to be liked by the people that are, in my opinion, just trying to openly make everything worse. That's what the main issue. Oh, here it is.
Nigel Farage has just admitted that the reason he threw Rupert Lowe out of reform and reported him to the police was because he supports mass deportations. It was nothing to do with bullying or...
Well, you don't think that it's odd that everybody that's running for government, even in for example, even in American politics, every person that runs for government has the same lines. For about 4 years, it was the same lines on both sides. Oh, Israel is one of our biggest allies. We're going to do everything for Israel. And it's like, dude, who said this? Who made this up? How is Israel one of our big, where did this come from? Hello? Last time I checked, they weren't involved with World War I and World War II. Am I missing something here? I don't remember reading that in my textbooks. How are they our biggest ally? I'm so confused. How is, what? And then, and then it's, nobody's running on immigration reform. And then Trump runs on immigration reform, and he gains the popular vote and the electoral. And it's like, well, duh, if you run on policies that people want, you're going to get voted in. That's why they had to end Bernie Sanders whenever he was running on, healthcare for all. They had to cut that quick.
Youssef.
That's right.
Farage alleges that we want to deport.
And by the way, mass deportations are that's what has to happen. I think we need to do this.
And he's right. We don't need somebody that's going to be in office that's going to sit here and tiptoe around everything. We need somebody in office that's going to get the job done. And it's going to be hard. No one said it was going to be easy. Being the president, I've seen a lot more people go bald or get gray hairs in 4 years of the presidency than I have seen at any job. It's like that, bro. It is. The job sucks. Intrinsically, it sucks. Let's be honest here. But at the end of the day, you don't want to do what people want. You need to do what people need. You need to do what our children are going to need. You need to make the hard decisions. That's why you're the president. And you don't just need to make the decisions and talk about it. You need to get the job done.
States, all of the Western countries, I think, need to do mass deportations. Because there has been a contagion that's happened where a lot of people have been basically brainwashed into thinking that the only way that they can effectively...
It's totally brainwashing. We just got through watching the other video. You saw all those all those legacy media channels all saying the exact same thing. Word for word, all saying the exact same thing. What else is it if it's not brainwashing? Something is obviously going on. Somebody somewhere with a lot of money is pulling a lot of strings right now.
Better, or wash away whatever original sin that they think that they have because of some sins of some person that's dead, like Hitler did this bad thing, and so now we have to let all of the foreigners into the country. Every single country should be doing this, whether it's Britain, whether it's Germany, whether it's America, whether it's Canada, or whether it's Australia. There is a very clear problem.
Well, you're going to see a really big problem start arising in 5 to 10 years. These countries are going to collapse. They're going to collapse. They can't support this. They want to. Trust me. I'm sure a lot of people would love to. But the fact of the matter is that nobody can support this. We can't. We don't have the resources. We don't have that kind of that amount of to give you an idea, it would be cheaper to help them overthrow whatever oppressive government they have than it would be to mass import these people. Straight up. No one can support this. If America, the richest country in the world, can't support this, no country can. It's not possible.
And it is reinforced in every instance of it existing.
For entire communities. And he's absolutely right. A Restore Britain government would deport every last foreign rape gang collaborator.
That's right.
Wives, brothers, sisters, cousins.
Children.
Who knew about the rapes but chose to do nothing. Following our inquiry, it could not be more...
Yeah, that's the right option, by the way. Like, why would you not want to get rid of the people that let the rape gangs happen? Like, yeah, you just get rid of all of them. It's simple.
Well, that's what's going on with like Minneapolis. What was going on there is like they would commit crimes and then they would get released because they know that if they actually incarcerated these illegals, they would get sent back to their own country for obvious reasons. But instead, they're releasing these people back onto the streets. Like, for example, that's how you have somebody that got stabbed in the subway system at New York. You had a guy that stabbed a Ukrainian refugee that fled Ukraine because of the Russia-Ukraine war, just trying to go home from work, and she got stabbed in the neck and she died, bro. Because you keep letting the dude had like 9 felonies and like 23 arrests. Like, how is this dude on the street? How?
Like, what do you mean? Like, duh, of course.
More clear that this is the right thing to do.
Now, keep in mind that guy was an American, but whenever you let up on the law so much for these illegals that people are starting to slip through the cracks like that dude, then you're going to run into a lot of problems. Seriously.
Secret in these communities. And if Farage is not prepared to grapple with this reality, that's on him. But trying to ruin Rupert Lowe's life because he is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
And if you're a member of Reform, ask yourself whether you want this man, who is now flanked by the likes of Robert Jenrick and Nadeem Zahawi, running your country. And if you don't, join us at Restore Britain.
I think that Nigel Farage...
I genuinely think that I think you're. I'm actually. I don't think. I know that you're right. I know that the prison systems aren't built for reform. They're built for revenue. Why don't they try to capitalize on that more? Why don't they try and make actual, like, I'm not saying like, you know, crazy shit like work camps or whatever, right? But like, I mean, why not? What's wrong with that? If you can't reform somebody let me give you an idea. If you kill somebody in society and you get life in prison, well, why the hell wouldn't you want to put that person to work with manual labor? Like, why wouldn't you? He's going to be there for the rest of his life. Why wouldn't you want to make more profit off of him by putting him to work? Like used to, it was building railroads or you know, roadways. We'll put him to work doing something else for the rest of his life. Because here's the thing, is that he killed somebody, which means that he took a law-abiding taxpayer out of society, which means that he owes a debt to society now. And the thing is he's going to pay that for the rest of his life in jail regardless. So instead of sentencing some of these people, unless they're really, really, really bad, why not sentence them to work for the rest of their life? You could even have a lot of these people on like rotation. So you could have like night rotations and day rotations to where like you don't even need robots or AI. You can just have these people waking up making like, I don't know, parts for cars or something. I don't know, something. And you'll have like a day crew and a night crew. You know what I'm saying? Like you can totally make this work and you can really capitalize off of it. Why put those people in a cell for the rest of their life if you could utilize them? Like there are so many like programs that have positive results whenever they're given a job, when they're given the ability to change. Why not do that? You know, why not? There's so many like good results and like instances of people doing data on this that show that it helps. What better way to, you know, defuse somebody than to give them something to do all day? I don't know about you, but if I'm being forced to smash rocks all day in Texas heat, I'm probably going to be too damn tired to try to hurt somebody at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You would completely change the atmosphere of these prisons. You would.
Did a great job 10 years ago helping push Brexit, and I think that he was a great, like, this is another thing, is that people like Nigel Farage have their place in things, and I think very early on he did play a good role in, you know, kind of changing the political spectrum, but now that political spectrum has evolved beyond his own views, and I think that he should step aside and let these new people take the reins instead, because obviously I think, you know, he was the man of the hour at that time, but, you know, before that, oh, this is what happened. Wait, what's this here? Oh, I never seen this. Here's the footage of the armed police raiding my home late on a Friday night, thanks to Zia Yusuf's lies. Now Faraj's choice to be Home Secretary. Also,
So the guy that was talking, or one of the his political opponents, had Rupert Lowe's house, or Rupert Lowe. They had his house raided.
by reform leadership, supported by Faraj. On the 14th of March at 21:30, armed police arrived in my home unannounced, 3 vehicles with 4 armed officers. I'm a farmer. I own guns entirely legally and properly. The previous day, I had arranged with the police to voluntarily give up my guns because of Yusuf's lies. I was not impressed to have had armed police suddenly show up at my doorstep late at night. The officers stayed until almost midnight, and they confiscated my guns and left. It took so much time that I have a large collection, so a wheelbarrow was required. Of course, everything was dropped. And I got
Bro believes in the Second Amendment, huh?
my guns back.
Yo, that's what's up.
Put my family through an ordeal, supported every way by Reform's leadership. Today, we find out that it all happened because Faraj didn't like my comment on mass deporting foreign rapists. The day he announces Yusuf as his potential Home Secretary to lead the police. If he did it to me, he'll do it to you. Oh my God. Why is the UK so obsessed with rapists? Because the rapists have a different skin color and religion, so the people in the UK are afraid of telling them no. That's the reason why.
It's for racial reasons. They don't want to be called racist for whatever reason.
And this is all the people showing up.
Surely that dude knew that these people were going to do that, right? Surely, surely the person that ordered this knew that Rupert Lowe was going to announce this to people. Surely he knew this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, usually these politicians play a game of chess with everything, so...
Actually that simple. Oh boy. And they're sending all these people up. I mean, this is obviously just to fucking intimidate the guy.
Yeah.
And this is what's crazy, is that they have all this energy to intimidate somebody that wants to push for mass deportations, but they don't have any of this energy to go after the people. They're the reason why people want the mass deportations.
Well, that's the problem, is like these people keep trying to silence everybody, and what's happening is that Trump won the silent majority. Whenever you get online and all you do is attack people and insult them, and you try to keep them quiet, they're going to know what's going on. You're not going to change their mind. They're not stupid. They're just not going to say anything in front of you because they're scared you're going to hurt them, or you're scared you're going to put them down. Duh. Like, what makes you think that, like, for example, like, there's been a few chatters that get on and they, like, say some nasty shit that nobody wants to hear, and then, you know, if it'd be any other, you know, commentator, they'd be like, oh, my bad. No, dude. It's America. You threatening to hurt me because I'm saying what everyone else is thinking is because you don't like it. You don't like what I'm saying. And that sucks to be you. I mean, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not offending anybody. And I don't have to threaten anybody because my foundation that I'm building my house on is solid. But the minute you start poking holes in whatever conversation these people have, it falls apart. Like Swiss cheese, man.
Isn't that interesting?
Because they can't attack the argument, but they can attack you. So why even bother having a conversation with somebody that's like that whenever you know that all you have to do is go and vote them out?
That's a deeply dangerous oversimplification. It's actually not an oversimplification. I actually think it is that simple. And the reason why I think that, here's the main reason why I think that. It's because most people don't think in complexities. So if you can't explain something in like 1 or 2 sentences, the odds are that's not what's going on in people's minds. Just on a very basic level. Most people don't think in complex, multifaceted layers of, you know, like complex motivations. They think very clearly cause and effect. This happened, I respond. That happened, I respond.
Yep.
So if you're trying to exist beyond that spectrum, you are probably not understanding what a normal person is thinking. Like, that's just the way it is. And this is more of these people showing up. Oh my God. Well, there it is. I'll see if there's any more of these that are worth looking at. But, yeah, holy shit. We had to get rid of them. Yep, that's exactly it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Give me 1 second. And where the fuck did it go? Just get it. Yeah, you just go get it.
Restore Britain. Are you feeling threatened at all by Restore Britain? And particularly now it's had the backing of Elon Musk. And it could split.
Oh, Elon Musk is backing him? Oh my. Oh no, they might be cooked.
I don't know about former friend. He sued me in 2019.
I can see why.
As he sues everybody.
Uh-huh.
And if you look at the history of Southampton Football Club, and then look at the history of W.H. Ireland, which he chaired in the city of London, you will see he was removed from both of those roles after lawsuits galore and 2 very dramatic EGMs.
Oh, wow.
Friend would be stretching it just a little bit. There are, last time we counted, 11 parties that claim to be on the right or centre-right of British politics.
Yeah.
From the Heritage Party to goodness knows who else. There is only one proper brand of centre-right politics in this country. It's called Reform. And as I'd mentioned earlier, you know, people think, oh, Farage has done it. We'll just set a party up. It'll be marvellous. We'll sweep the next election. It just isn't as easy as that. Now, does he have a profile on X? Yes, he does.
Well, if it's not that easy, then why is he slowly gaining the numbers? If it's not that easy, then why is he slowly creeping up? See, you can say that because his numbers are a little low right now. But he's gaining momentum like crazy.
This is the part
Especially the more you talk about it, the more it grows powers. It's like Harry Potter, bro.
Rid of him and get rid of the
Is that Harry Potter? That's not Harry Potter.
And that was the moment at which
that's It, isn't it? That's the creature from It.
Realised we just had to get rid of him and get rid of him as quickly as we could. And I think in terms of the way we dealt with that, we were probably more.
Like the more you're scared of it, the more it gains power.
Than the other parties, but you know what? That's the way it's going to be. Thank you.
Man, that's really crazy, huh?
Farage lied. He actually lied there. He lied once, and then he admitted that he had lied in the past in the statements he just made. He said that Rupert Lowe was advocating for the deportation of entire communities. Rupert Lowe has only ever...
This is audio's fucked up. I don't want to listen to it. Farage is 180 his points. He originally... Anything else more to this to look obvious by this? It is. Look at this here. Dual nationals involved in the rape, then yes, they go too. Doing anything wrong. That's the reason why. Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
I would deport.
Well, they're going to spin it however they can. That's what they do. They spin it in a way that makes them look good. That's always what they do. Okay. So, I wanted to cover this today for sure. There was another trans shooting that happened recently. I'm not sure where this one was at, but I don't know the full context of the story.
Trans shooter. This happened yesterday. Here we go. Let's take a look at it.
So that means that this was 2 days ago.
Whether the suspect's a male, female, we've heard that is a trans.
And I find it interesting that no other like legacy media is talking about this.
Is that something that you have in terms of...
I don't see Fox up here anywhere.
I can say right now that we have identified the person, the suspect, by a birth name. The birth name was Robert Dorgan. We have also learned that the person does go by the name of Roberta. Also uses the last name of Esposito. But again, that will be all.
So yes, it was a trans person, right? There it is. You insulted me yesterday for telling you? Well, yeah, because I thought you were just repeating some random thing that you heard. Like, I think some people shoot from the hip too early by saying that. And at this one right here, so let's take a look at it. The daughter of the Rhode Island hockey shooter reveals he was very sick. As local media reports, he was dressed like a woman. Looks like we've got yet another trans shooting. What is this here?
Shot my family. And he's dead now.
She described that shooting suspect as her father.
Man.
She came out of the police department behind me here in tears.
Yeah, I
after
bet.
Presumably being interviewed.
I would
by
be upset
police.
too.
My father was a shooter.
Jesus Christ.
Shot my family.
That's it's really sad.
He's dead now.
What was the reasoning? Was there a family argument?
He has mental health issues.
So yes, she
Man.
goes on to describe those mental health issues a little bit more. She says that he had been struggling with mental health for quite some time. She said, quote, he was very sick.
See, this is another person that, like, if they were able to put this person in a mental institution and an insane asylum, he'd still be alive, and so would other people. Like, this is the kind of stuff
Well, that's the big problem with all of this is, like, you've got all these doctors trying that if you're sick, you go to a medical professional because they've got years of experience, allegedly. And the first thing that comes out of their mouth whenever you tell them that you need help, you know, and this isn't for all instances, but whenever you find, there's a reason why they tell you to always get a second opinion. It's because these people are these sick people, these mentally ill people are going to these doctors and they're being told that it's because they're trapped inside of a different body. And the fact that you are even allowed to say that as a medical professional is disgusting. It's sick. And the fact that you are trying to push that is even more disgusting and sick. Because these people need help, and instead of helping them, you're trying to push some weird crap onto them.
Like, I really feel like is the cruelty of this performative empathy is that whenever you let people like this, because, like, I mean, honestly, I mean, somebody like
and
this...
And I'm not saying it's like that for all trans people. A lot of the people that are trans that did it on their own accord, they said it to themselves and they transitioned to themselves without seeking a medical professional for advice or help. They are not the people I'm talking about. I'm talking about whenever you've got these kids or you've got these adults that are mentally ill and they're going to seek advice, and the first thing or the second thing that's out of your mouth is you're trapped inside of a different person's body. No. They have to come to that on their own terms. That's the difference here.
They're actually mentally ill. Like, in a lot of cases, it's not really their fault. Like, it's not really their fault. Like, they didn't do anything in a way, right? It's like it's like somebody is born with, like, one arm. Like, they didn't do that. Someone's born with a fucked up brain.
Exactly.
They didn't really do that. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't try to make the world a better place and take accountability for it and improve the situation.
Yeah.
So they need proper care. Yeah, like proper, like, and that's the problem is that whenever these people aren't taken care of, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I mean it in a good way. Like, this is a person that needed proper medical professional care.
Yeah.
This is a person that needed to be treated for what was wrong with them. And the problem is that didn't happen. And when it doesn't happen, sometimes these people fly off the handle. That's it. And so anyway, natural selection, yeah, and that's the main issue. Let's be real, no one gives a fuck. I do. I give a fuck, absolutely. Because
you want to give a fuck? Because the issue is that these people that are super mentally ill, regardless of who they are, if they're presenting themselves as trans, especially right now in such a heated climate with all these shooters and stuff, it looks bad for their entire community. That's the issue. Is that more and more people are getting tired of being oppressed because of their political views and threatened to be and alienated from like friends groups and like and jobs because of their political views. They're being threatened, they're being shunned, you name it, they're doing it. And they are slowly but surely realizing that they're the silent majority. That's the issue. And when the silent majority starts stepping up like what you've been seeing around the world even, the pushback is going to affect everybody. It will. And that's why you should be concerned, because it starts small, but if these people that are trans that aren't getting the help they need, they're going to end up completely getting shunned out of society again. And they've come such a long way, and it's very sad to see that. But the thing is that if you don't control if you don't control the people that are the biggest problems in your community, if you don't shun them or say that you have no affiliation with them, they define your community. They will become what people think of your community. And I know that that's a really old way of looking at it, but it still holds up. Straight up. Like, what happened when the Epstein files got released? Well, everyone in politics is a pedo now. It holds up. Well, Trump was in the Epstein files 1,000 times. There's nothing in there that says he did anything that we've seen yet. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm not saying he didn't do anything. There's nothing we haven't seen anything yet that can condemn him of being, you know.
These people ruin society. They ruin society. If you let these psychos run around, they will ruin everything. They will kill each other. They'll kill you. They'll destroy things. They'll cause public nuisances.
He's talking about the people that need mental health. He's not talking specifically about Asmund. He sees the trans community the same way I do. He's talking about people that need mental help, and then they go to somebody, and then they get turned into this. Like,
you're gonna have to retard proof. Like, I want y'all to understand this. In our society, the entire society is based around catering and accommodating to the bottom 2% of people. Why do you think so many systems in our culture are different than cultures in like Japan or like Dubai, for example? The reason why is because those cultures don't cater to that bottom percent, but we do. And to the extent that your culture is built around babysitting the most brain dead, retarded, obnoxious, aggressive, stupid, mentally ill, violent people inside of your culture, the entire culture will suffer.
Well, like, look at it this way. No Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind shouldn't exist. If you can't pass a grade, you don't need to move forward. Like, that's how you got these kids in high school now that can't even read. They got like 0% math scores.
Everybody will suffer because of this. Everybody that goes to CVS is inconvenienced because we let a few thieves go free, so that means they have to lock up the deodorant. I think that's fucking ridiculous. It is. It's absolutely...
Well, here's the big issue with it, is that because you keep letting these thieves go free, they're going to go back to the store and they're going to steal, they're going to rob it again until the store ends up shutting down. Like, you affect everybody in your community when you keep stealing from a store and the store ends up getting shut down, and now Granny's got to drive 20, 30 minutes just to get her insulin because the only place that was close to her is shut down now. And she's having to pay double the price, not only in fuel, but she's got to drive an entire like city or neighborhood over to a more wealthy neighborhood that enforces the law. Like, of course.
Insane.
So she's having to pay more money because of that.
Victoria was removed by an illness. Well, it doesn't matter if it was considered an illness or not, because even if it was considered an illness, this person still wouldn't have had anywhere to go if that was a problem. Like, the issue is not that it's considered an illness or not. The issue is that there are no insane asylums that are putting these people in. It's more performative. It's a psychosis of suicidal empathy. The people that support trans are mentally stunted and can't think beyond their emotions. I think that a lot of people, again, you can support trans while at the same time realizing that some of these people are nuts. Like, that's the big issue, is that you don't have to...
Well, yeah, like, you can be trans, but the fine line is whenever somebody misgenders you and you have a crash out and you start assaulting people or destroying public property. That's the line. Holy crap, like, you don't have to sit there and get so worked up over something like that. You're getting worked up because that's not the problem. There is some other subset of mental illness that you are suffering from that needs to be addressed. That has nothing to do with you trying to transition. It has everything to do with you just being crazy. And you need to seek mental help. You do. Something is wrong.
Choose one or the other. You can see a person that's acting this way, and you can see his family saying that he's mentally ill, and you can say, okay, something needs to happen here, without saying that every trans person did this, or this is some kind of problem with everybody.
See what I'm saying? Exactly.
So let's go back over. We're going to look this here. The suspected shooter is reported as Roberta Esposito, who was wearing women's clothing to the shooting. A woman later today who went anonymous said the father shot her family and himself. And I guess this is him? Oh, boy.
Well, he's got money.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Wow. Check the SS tattoo? Yeah, this guy, oh, by the way, no, it gets even...
Wasn't he in the military? I think I heard something about him being in the military.
Crazier. This guy has like a tattoo of the SS, and he was a fan of Nick Fuentes. I'm telling you, like, this guy was nuts. He wanted Thomas Massey to run for president. I'm telling you, like, these people are absolute schizos. Yeah, 100%. No, I'm being real. I'll show you. We're going to look at it. Providence, Rhode Island. News station seems to back up the claims man was shot with family, was trans, saying he was dressed in women's clothing. Yep, there it is right there. And so let's go back. We'll look at a few more of these here. Mass shooting rates by demographic. Obviously, you know, we've had a lot
of course, we're going to have to pull up the graph, right? Anything we can do to get a leg up, right?
trans shootings. It's pretty obvious. I think people can see this. And let's go back over. 1 week after a transgender man killed 8 kids in a school, a trans father kills his child and wife at a school hockey game. We have a serious crisis on our hands. As I said, I think
it's not, you see, here's the real problem. Instead of using this transgender, if you used a mentally ill man killed 8 kids at a school, and a mentally ill father kills his child and wife at a school hockey, at school hockey, we have a serious crisis on our hands. You'd change the entire narrative of this. It's sad that in the day and age that we live in, that instead of us addressing the biggest problems in the world, we're still trying to use these things as devices to keep us split apart from one another. That's the sad part about it. These devices aren't gonna bring us together and make us better as a society. It's tearing us apart.
Reason why this problem is so, why it's so pronounced is the fact that it's not socially acceptable for a lot of people, and people are so...
And I don't see transgender and automatically think mentally ill. What I'm saying is that you could have even said 1 week after a mentally ill transgender man killed 8 kids in school, a mentally ill trans father kills his child and wife at school. They need to do an investigation on the doctors that they went to originally that helped them transition. They do. That's what needs to happen here. And make sure that them transitioning was what they wanted and not what the doctor kept telling them.
Socially wary of saying that some of these trans people do actually have mental illnesses. Because they're worried that if they say that then people will reinterpret it and say that, oh, well, you just want to do this to all of them. Not necessarily, but some of them are fucking nuts. They are. They're fucking nuts. And some do. Well, like, even if you want to say trans is a mental illness and they're all mentally ill, you have to acknowledge that there's clearly a gradation between trans people that talk to demons and try to, you know, like have Nazi tattoos and are talking about, take a look at this here. Read Robert Dugan's comment. He went berserk 24 hours later.
Bro, that lady, I'm so sorry. That lady's smile is terrifying. This is terrifying. Bro, I like see that kind of shit in the darkness. Like, this is a terrifying smile.
So
Holy.
This is it right here. Keep bashing us, but do not wonder why we go berserk. So we've got somebody right here. This is a day before they went out and they did the shooting. They said, wonder why we go berserk. There is a very clear and very obvious difference between a person that is on this side of the spectrum versus some trans person that just wants to be a woman.
Like, you would be surprised how many trans women just want to, and men too. They just want to transition, and they probably wouldn't even say anything if it wouldn't be for the, like, you know, the whole, like, birth certificate and ID thing, or the fact that they have to hold down a job somewhere. I guarantee you, if these people had money, they would probably transition quietly away from public, obviously, who wouldn't, and then, you know, be done with it. Straight up. But you can always tell the people that are just mentally ill. I think this is just a mentally ill person.
And I feel like not being able to draw that distinction, you're painting with such a broad brush that you're not really trying to solve the problem. Like, I understand that some people aren't comfortable and they don't like trans. I don't want to discuss or debate that.
Yeah, and if that's the case, you don't have to be around them. No one is holding a gun to your head and telling you to be around them. No one is telling you to date them. The percentage of these people in America, the percentage is so low, you will probably never even meet a transgender person. But somehow they're being defined by all these people that are going out and killing people. And it's sad to see it because they're going to get even more trans rights taken away. It sucks.
I don't care about what your opinion is on that. I think it's very clear that there is a subset of them, and this is a subset of everybody, but they're especially them, and the reason why is because people are afraid to call it out. They're afraid to call it out because they're afraid they'll be called transphobic for saying that some of these trans people are mentally ill, and they are. And I think that if they are, you need to treat them that way. And if you don't, it makes everything worse.
Exactly. Well, that's the issue with even the mass influx of all these illegals right now, is you have a serious problem because the economy can't support this. But if you say anything, you're going to get called a name. Like, it all comes back around to you need to do what the American people need, not what they want. Whenever you work a job where you have to make hard decisions, like, for example, I worked as a firefighter. I was an EMT. I've never had to treat triage. I hope I never do. I'm still trained in triage. I pray I never have to. But sometimes you have to do what people need, not what they want. If somebody, is obviously going to die, unfortunately, the best that you can do is black tag them and move on. And help somebody that you can help.
It's a fact. Yes, exactly. And so the guardrails were already set up to address this, and now it's too late. It is. This is also the product of chronic hatred towards men. The feminization of society has alienated some men to the point of becoming a woman. I think that you're right about that, actually. I think that the amount of hostility and, animosity that's leveraged towards men, and the amount of systemic and culturally acceptable, basically misandry, where, you have all these women that are talking about how bad men are. I think
he's specifically talking about white men. And a lot of the DEI programs that the Biden administration put in, fueled that like gasoline. And I'll give you some examples. Whenever I was trying to find a job, after I had left the fire service for a little bit, a lot of even though I would get really high scores on some of the PAT tests, they wouldn't hire me because of the DEI programs where the government is paying these companies to diversely hire. So, if you, for example, I'll give you an example. I got hired with a trans person. I did. The company that person works, the fire department, would get a stipend, an amount of money for hiring her. Or him. I'm gonna leave that up in the air. And I also got hired with a woman. And whenever I was going through my college, I had one of the instructors come up to me and tell me, because we had at college, we had one female who stuck around, right? She made it through the whole course. And he looked at us and he said, "You see her? She's going to get hired because of what she has in between her legs. You boys, y'all are going to have a rough time. So make sure y'all work out, make sure y'all study." And guess what? She got hired the day after she got out of the academy. The fucking next day.
A lot of men, and this is
that's what happens when you put an incentive behind being racist. Because it does. It makes companies not hire you because you're white and you're a man. But if you're any other ethnicity, any other race, any other religion, you get hired and the company gets an amount of money from the government because of those DEI programs that they had in place.
Problem is that the men who that affects are
And what sucks is that this isn't just a 4-year issue. What sucks is now that these people are in places of power in these companies, like let's say that Janice moved up and she hates men because her dad, abused her as a child, and for whatever reason she hates men, so she's just hiring a bunch of women, right? They're hiring each other. And that is going to be generational. That's the problem. These people will probably hold that job down because they've surrounded themselves with people that are effectively a cancer to the job they get hired at. They're effectively like a tumor. The only way to get rid of it is either shut the company down or cut off so much of the company that it's not even operable anymore. I mean, look at all the game development companies. How many pictures have you seen from these game development companies that had rows and rows of women in the pictures? It holds up.
Guys. They're sensitive, trying to be, a lot of people that are like this are very, at the beginning, right, we're very nice people, and something maybe happened to them. They're very nice, meek, good, good boys, and then something happens to them that is like a radicalization moment, and then they go crazy. Right, but what good does a threat from the trans community do in protecting people from threats when they're not following through with it, but are still defending the idea because you bullied us, we decided to kill people when the gays never picked up guns? Well, I mean, I think that being gay is like it's like, I think being trans is a lot bigger than being gay, right? I mean, like in terms of like a lifestyle change, like I guess that's debatable, but like in my opinion, I think it's different. But like when you have somebody like this, keep bashing us, but do not wonder why we go berserk. I think it's pretty obvious this person probably went on a shooting rampage because of their ideology. I think that's what happened. I don't think society is necessarily feminizing men. I don't think that it's society. I think society is feminizing men, but I think that it's more that it's demonizing masculinity. And in the process of demonizing masculinity, it's making certain men hate themselves. And whenever the men don't hate themselves, sometimes they hate society instead.
Yep.
The problem is trans is a practice of denying reality, which compounds over time. Yeah, I could see that. He shot and killed his son, ex-wife.
I mean, that person has, like, look here. Look. If you transition from a man to a woman, I will respect you 100%. That is your decision. I'd never date somebody like that. I'd never date anybody like that because I just don't want... Number one, I don't want to be around the stipulation. I don't want that to be a problem for my life. I've got too much going on in my life as is. I don't want to be around that. I'm sorry. I'd be friends with somebody who's trans, sure. Yeah, I don't care. I was friends with that person that got hired in the fire department that I got hired at. I was at the academy with them. No, I like they're awesome person. There are a lot of trans people that are just awesome. Okay? But that doesn't mean I want to date them or, do things with them. I mean, I'll be friends with them and then we can go out, maybe, I don't know, like go play some, I don't even know, like what do people do nowadays? Like, fuck, I don't know, go karting or some shit. I don't know. Like, I would totally be friends with them. But the issue is like, it doesn't matter what you go by. It doesn't matter what you want to be called. It doesn't matter how you dress. The issue is that you were born a gender, you will be raised typically in that gender, unless you've got these psycho parents trying to, do this weird shit with their kids, and you will die that gender. We don't have a way to edit DNA. We don't. We don't have a way to change an XX or an XY chromosome, which means that you're always going to be that gender. It doesn't matter what you really think. At the end of the day, we don't have the technology right now to make this feasible. We don't. And I think that's why a lot of these really, really, really mentally ill people are crashing out. And the thing is it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how much property you destroy. It doesn't matter what you do. That's the reality. It all circles back to We need somebody that's going to do what you need, not do what you want. That's what this all boils down to.
Someone's on the ice.
When you run from reality, reality is always going to catch you. It always will.
Tell me that the father made the boys uncomfortable while he began transitioning 10 years ago. The son killed was to be married this summer. Man. Let me look at it on Reddit, okay? I haven't seen this. Let's see here. Transgender. Let's see here if I can find it. Are they talking about this at all? Let's look at the recent posts. And it looks like another tragedy, another wave of blame. And so this is one that happened right now. And according to their profile, they were a Nazi and a MAGA Trumper. I think we should keep repeating that because it's pretty obvious to anyone who isn't a Nazi what the real issue was here. I think that, again, if you're a Nazi and you're like a big crazy person, that is a bad thing. It absolutely...
If you, like, for example, there was... Okay, this was a few years ago now. There was a couple, a married couple, that called their kids... They named their freaking kids after Nazi generals. And they were big Nazi fans. They ended up getting booted out of the school, and they went on, like, legacy TV, right? You need to take those parents, put them in jail, or in a mental institution, and take, or at least take those kids away from those parents, rename them, redo their birth certificates, and give them to a family that is not going to do that. Those kids, their way of life in America is going to be completely shredded because of that. Why on earth? It's no different than if you got like a dick tattooed across your face. How are you going to get a job with that, bro? Hello? Like, what is the thought process with that?
Is bad, but it's also a bad thing if you're trying to pretend that you're another gender and acting crazy as well. Like, both of these things are important to consider. And also, it goes beyond that. I think that not only is this an issue, but people's fixation on trying to pretend like this isn't a problem at all is insane. Why no trans Nazis? And this is the other issue, is that this is another Reddit problem, is that a lot of people on the internet don't realize that whenever you look at an actual random person, a lot of these actual people don't have belief systems that fit inside of these nice little boxes. Like, they might believe in Nazis, but they're also trans. They might be gay, but they also, you know, like Donald Trump or something like that. There are all kinds of people on the spectrum, and you might think that these people have, like, what you would say are, like, you know, mutually exclusive viewpoints, but that's the thing about crazy people, is that they don't have to listen to these things. They're not making decisions the same way that you are. You might think to yourself, oh my God, but how can you believe X and also Y? Well, it's because they're fucking crazy. Like, what do you mean? This is a person that thinks they talk to demons. They think that they can talk to themselves. They're schizos. So what is this?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And anyway, no such thing as mutually exclusive? I guess not. That tattoo isn't a hill I would die on. I have tattoos from just a few years ago that go against my faith now. I think the only thing the tattoo proves is that he was unhinged for a while.
I think they're right. I hope that in the future we can hopefully solve this mental illness crisis that we have in America. But I just don't see an end to it anytime soon. I genuinely don't. I really don't. So this is, I believe this is Donald Trump talking about the crisis in Iran.
State Secretary Pompeo. So I see the Iranian foreign minister went out after these negotiations today and told state TV that there was a general agreement and a move towards drafting a potential agreement. Then I see the vice president of the United States.
Surely there's no way that they believe this, right? Surely there's no way that Americans are going to be duped out of this. I mean, for Christ's sake, there was a genocide in Iran.
States, throwing a little bit of cold water on that and talking about President Trump not being Barack Obama, which I definitively know to be true. So do you. So where do things stand?
Kaylee, it's great to be with you. Look, my sense is that President Trump is trying to give the Iranians every chance to see that they're going to have to make significant concessions in order to get any of the economic relief that they so desperately need. President Trump is not President Obama. He's not going to send pallets of cash. He's not going to release $7.5 billion. He's not going to save the regime. Indeed, he is going to continue to put pressure on them.
Well, he should. That's what happens whenever you've got people driving around like it's the purge with lethal weapons, killing mass amounts of protesters, man. You got to do something. Something has to give here. And then from what I understand, they didn't do. So they rounded up a lot of the protesters, if not all of them. They're probably still, killing them while they're in jail. All of them are dead. They're all dead. They didn't do public executions of them. They ended up still killing them behind jail cells, man. They killed them in private. It's so sad to hear about that. It really is. It's so sad.
Massive buildup of...
They expected Trump to help. And they're taking so long with this that it's the uprising is pretty much over.
Both
it's so sad.
From the United States and the region, we've seen the defensive capabilities expand to the region as well. Look, I can't imagine that there's a deal that President Trump would take. I've seen the Iranians. We all have experienced this. They're not willing to give up their ballistic missiles or enrichment. They're not going to stop their terror. This is 47 years of a resistance regime, a bunch of theocrats who just don't see the world the way we do. I think that in the end, there can't be a deal that President Trump will find acceptable. And that means President Trump will make good on his commitment. He told the Iranian people.
The sad part is, I think he's wrong. I do. I think he's wrong. I genuinely do. I hope he's right, but I think he's wrong. Why would you bother even having talks if you didn't want to come to the table and actually set up a deal? All Iran even has to say is, we won't make nukes. Sign the deal and then make nukes. That's all they have to do. Seriously. It'll probably buy them like maybe a year at most, but that's all they have to do.
People who rose up, he said, help is on the way. I'm confident that he meant exactly what it was that he said.
Well, the Iranian theocrats, they would be wise to remember Fordo. It was not too long ago, and a bold action on the part of President Trump. I want to ask you about these reports from Iran, because I'm just astounded.
Because, he didn't do this for Venezuela. There's some kind of chess match being played behind closed doors that we don't know about yet. Something is going on.
At what they're doing to these protesters. Apparently, Iran has the most advanced surveillance capabilities in the world. They have facial recognition that they use against their citizens.
That's crazy that they got the most advanced security system in the world, yet their citizens are living in squalor. That's crazy.
And then these protesters in hospital beds are literally being found, according to the Jerusalem Post, hooked up to machines to get better, medicine of various sorts, with bullet holes in their head. Are you surprised?
Jesus, man.
These are executing their... It's hard by the Iranian getting a deal.
That's really sad. That's really sad, man. That is really sad. I want Trump to overthrow that administration. I do. The Iranian, government sentence those people the way they did, and it's terrible. They need to go. They do. They need to go. Okay. We have... Apparently, she was in the Epstein files. Well...
Being in the Epstein files, so this is going to be real good.
Now, in the name of transparency, can you put up my name is in the files? Yes. And what does it say? It says, Whoopi needs a plane to get to Monaco. John Lennon's charity is paying for it. They don't want to charter, so they're looking for private owners. Here's the info. And they give all the information.
Yeah.
And they're saying, do you want to offer your G2? Okay.
And it looks like they said no thanks.
There's the word that he would call black people. And it was, yep. I mean, you got to remember, Jeffrey Epstein got banned from Xbox Live in 2013. Okay? So, I mean,
He had to have been saying some bad stuff.
Anybody's, well, this is my
he said
point.
no thanks.
Because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to.
So what's going on here? And I'm fairly certain she must be aware of this. People aren't crashing out because she was implemented in the Epstein files. People are crashing out because she wanted to go to the island and jump. Jeffrey said no.
Turn me into. I wasn't his girlfriend. I wasn't his friend.
You were too old for him.
I was not only too old, but it was at a time, you know, where this is just not. You used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump is on
Well, then your show came along and we got rid of that.
But I'm speaking about me because I'm getting dragged. People actually believe that I was with him.
I think it's cooked. I do. I think it's cooked, man. I think they're cooked.
It's like.
I don't want to show too much of this because I don't want to get a freaking copyright on this.
Because he said no. Don't act like this was your. You didn't get on the plane because he said no. Don't
Exactly. She got turned down. He didn't want her there.
Act like this was your decision. It's because Jeffrey said no. He said no thanks. He swiped left.
Yeah.
Yeah, he declined the option. And she's trying to act like she said no.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is too. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Whoopi Goldberg's cooked, man. She's cooked. All right. We got Frogan. If you don't know, Frogan is being sued by Epstein. I'm so fucking sorry. Frogan is being sued by Ethan. No affiliation. Oh my god, dude. What is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. So Frogan is being sued by Ethan Klein for copyright infringement.
God.
One of the three ladies that he is suing.
Let's find out. So this is her.
Can we be transparent here? Like,
God.
Can we be transparent? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like completely,
Yeah.
utterly.
This is a Hassan Orbiter, that one of the three that decided to make a YouTube video with Content Cop targeted towards Ethan Klein. Like, these people they're bad business, man. People like Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron. I'm not 100% sure about Hassan, because Hassan has really kind of like mellowed out over the past year now. So I think he realizes that the entire political atmosphere is changing. But these are lumped in with the same people that sent CPS to Ethan's house to try and get his kids taken away. And it's not Frogan. I'm not making any allegations. I'm saying that they are all being lumped into the same category in Ethan's mind. Because CPS was called to try and get his kids taken away, and then they sent a human skull to his house. Like,
Transparent.
they really didn't think that this was going to go as long as they did, right?
5, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you. I'm just gonna be straight up, right? Like, did my viewership decrease? Absolutely. Well,
that's what happens whenever you do radical behavior. When you utilize government stuff to take someone's kids away, I would imagine you'd lose some support, huh?
First started streaming, I built my stream up in August and September and October. I was averaging like 60 to 70 viewers because I did well on Reddit in 2021. Yeah, in 2021. Then I got partner in November.
He's just pulling it up right. Oh my god. Did you see that graph?
Then I got partner in November.
Oh. That's rough. That's rough right there, man. Woo!
2021. I didn't get partner with anybody, any help. I did it all by myself. And the day I got partnered, Hassan raided me, and that changed my career. I will never deny that. Hassan has helped my career out tremendously.
Yeah. Nice guy.
So when he rated me that day, like I started averaging like 300-400 viewers, and it just kept going.
That's pretty good.
You know, and I had like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 viewers for like a good like year and a half. I was doing really good.
I'm gonna be honest, I think the reason why she was successful is that people used her as a token minority. I think that's why she got put in all those shows. They gave her the those awards and everything like that. I think they're basically using you as like a...
And that's exactly what the Democratic Party did for the past 4 years with Biden, with transgender people. That's exactly what happened. They were trying to hype up all these like foreign people, all these immigrants, all these token minorities, like what they did to Denims. And it's sad because they were put on a pedestal, they did the same thing that Jeff Keighley did to High Guard. They put it up in front of the audience that they effectively killed it in front of. They did. Like, that's the sad part, is that they radicalized so many people by putting them in the spotlight because of this, that, you know, when you tell someone, well, you know, you should be able to do whatever you want and do whatever you want, and if somebody doesn't like it, then you beat their ass and da-da-da-da-da. That's movie talk. That's movie talk. In real life, that's the stuff that you do that ruins your life. When you crash out, when you go to a store and you crash out because someone didn't use your gender correctly 1 or 2 times and it's an accident and they apologize for it, that's the kind of stuff that gets you thrown in jail. Sometimes even prison, depends on which state you're in.
You know, like a cartoon character in order for them to, like, you're basically like, you got used by people in order for them to...
And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's not Frogan's fault. It's not the trans community's fault. It's people trying to take these minorities and put them front and center, knowing full well that the stipulation is just too good, too big behind closed doors. The stipulation is way too much. They should have never done it. And they did it anyway, and they're still trying to do it.
You in a position to make themselves look good because, you know, because you wear a hijab, people are like, oh, okay, well, this is a person that is, you know, verifiably. It's kind of like what they do with drag queens in a way, right? Where they use them as like mascots for like, look how much we care about gay people. And it's like, there's plenty of drag queens.
Oh yeah, it's like any corporation, man, that whenever Pride Month rolls around, they always have that one table and like maybe a couple shirts and just about every single store. And this past year, they didn't even have that many parades. They are fundamentally destroying every right that these people have fought hard for over the past 10 years. And it was all because they just wouldn't leave it alone.
Gay, which is like, I always thought that was weird, right? It's like, how y'all gonna talk about how drag queens are LGBT? Like, they're not LGBT necessarily. Not all of them are like that. Sometimes there's dudes that just like to dress up as chicks. Like, what the fuck? And
I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there was a viral video that was going around where a fighter, a boxer, he dresses as a drag queen whenever he is trying to cool off, right? That's what he does. He dresses as a woman. And some dude was trying to rob him, and he punched him so hard it killed him.
So it's not even like, but you're
like, and he dude's straight, like he's straight,
being used as a token minority. And that's the reason why Frogan was popular. And after that, you know, like kind of after that fell off, because there was a huge virtue signal wave, like during COVID, like whenever she's talking about and following that. And
well, the issue is that these minorities pushed so hard. They pushed so hard, attacking everybody they saw that wasn't following their little guidelines, attacking every person, every comment, everything, that the silent majority became the obvious. It just is what it is. You can lie to somebody 100,000 times in your life, and that person, and that person tries to call you out once or twice, and you yell at that person, you try to hurt them, you threaten them, right? That person is going to have the same thoughts. They're just not going to tell you about it. You can't change what somebody is seeing. You can't change their mind. You can only silence them. But the thing is that whenever you're voting, nobody needs to know who you are.
During that virtue signal wave, you had a bunch of people that would bring somebody on like Frogan so they could indicate that they were, you know, like an open-minded, you know, like type of person. And so you really got used as a mascot for, you know, people that were looking to make themselves look like they cared about minorities. That's the reason why I think you got so much attention back then. And I know it might sound bad to say that, and it might hurt to hear that, but I think it's the truth. It is, and I don't mean that as a bad way. Like, I actually think that it's a cynical thing that people do because you're not treating a person like a person, you're treating a person like an outfit. It's like, just because she wears that doesn't make her any more or less of a person. You should judge people on the...
They're trying to blame you. They're trying to call you racist whenever they're the ones that pushed racism. Like, they're the ones that did this. They put these people on pedestals, and they are the ones that are effectively causing this. A lot of trans people, they don't care. They don't want to be brought up on a pedestal. They just want to transition. They don't want to, like, you know, make it a big deal because it's embarrassing. It is. Like, I'm sure that it's a very self-conscious thing for some. It's, like, the mental responsibility for somebody to transition quietly and not be, like, overzealous about it. Hats off to them. Seriously. Like, people should strive to be like that. Honestly.
Content of their character. But I think that the problem is that after people stop judging you on your outfits, then they started judging you on the content of your character, and that's why your viewership started going down. That's the problem.
And yeah, and I didn't make my partner I didn't make partner my first time.
Yeah.
I was doing really good. One rising star, quit my job as a researcher in April 2023.
Yeah.
And I was chilling.
Okay.
You know what else happened in 2023?
What happened?
I spoke out about Palestine way too soon.
You didn't speak out about Palestine. You didn't speak out way too soon. You called it a revolution whenever a bunch of crazy, insane terrorist psychopaths went into Israel and killed a bunch of people completely randomly. Like, these were people that were, you know, again, they were at a festival. Let's not downplay this, right? Well, I'll show you what she said. Frogan, it's correct. And so she tried to act like at the thought of a revolution happening in America, but as soon as it happens in the Middle East, they're doing it wrong. What they're doing is wrong. That's correct. And so she tried to act like a bunch of random psychopath terrorist Hamas members coming over into Israel and just basically indiscriminately killing women and random people that were civilians is a revolution. So this is the reason why, like, because, you know, I spoke out against Palestine too soon. This is the reason why people don't like you. It's because you're a liar. You're a liar that misrepresents what happens. And I think that's the main problem that you have, is that you lie to people and you say things that aren't true. Just be honest.
I genuinely feel like if you feel like you're the opposing gender, like, and you go through the, you know, the transition and you accomplish that and you feel better, bro, hell yes. I'm so happy for you. That's not sarcasm. I'm serious. Like, if it actually helped you, it improved your life and you feel better with every result in your life, do what makes you happy. Stop doing things that make other people happy. You only get one life. You do. Do what helps you. Now, I'm not saying be selfish. I'm saying sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to, because the world's not going to give you that. You have to, sometimes you got to take that for yourself.
Just be honest. You want to talk about being like, as far as I know, like in the Quran, it doesn't tell you to lie, does it? Like, I'm pretty sure it tells you not to lie. So, like, this is like in every religion, it tells you don't bear a false witness. Don't make shit up. Why are you making shit up? Why are you saying things that aren't even true? It's just stupid. You can lie to non-believers? Well, she's lying to everybody. She's lying to herself.
I mean, that's a good question. If you convince yourself that what you're saying isn't a lie, are you still lying? Like, if you convince yourself what you're saying is the truth, are you still lying? Like, you full, not a not a lie that you know is a lie, but you fully convinced that what you've said, like this Coke can, if I convinced myself that this Coke can is green and nobody could ever convince me otherwise, are you still lying? You know?
Okay. I said a lot of things people didn't like way too early.
Way too early. So this is her adding in a qualifying statement to imply that what she said was correct, and the people that said that she was wrong were not looking at it from the right perspective. This is why nobody likes you.
And whenever I talked about my support for Palestine,
It's not about your support for Palestine. It's about your support for terrorism. So whenever you support terrorism and indiscriminately killing innocent people that had nothing to do with what Israel was doing, and this is coming from somebody like...
Well, the issue is that she doubles down on it. That's the problem. Is she doesn't try to be like, I didn't... Like, she could have even, like, you know, been like, I didn't know they were terrorists, my bad. I didn't get the full context of the story. I'll change for future, you know, future points that I'm going to make. I'll make sure that I know what I'm talking about. That's how you grow as a content creator. Like, if I'm ever wrong about a topic, you address it. Like, you genuinely, like, if I watch a video and then that's not actually what happened, I'll be like, well, I found out more, and that's not what happened. And to anybody that got really kind of, you know, standoffish, I apologize to you and be like, oh, you're right. But going based on everything that I've seen, and she's just not a good person.
I'm a free Palestine guy too. I support Palestine. Like, I think what's happening to them is horrible. But the worst thing about Palestinians is that not only are they being oppressed by, you know, Israel, but they're also being oppressed by their own people. They're being oppressed by Hamas. Hamas are the ones that are oppressing them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that they're making things worse over there. They are. Because keep in mind that it is in Hamas's best interest to continue the oppression of the Palestinian people, because if they do that, then they get more members. Then they continue their endless war against Israel. That's the reason why. And I think that's what happens. Like, whenever people went out and protested against Hamas, Hamas killed them.
He's right. He's absolutely right.
It's insane because, like, and I don't think you need to be a political person to look at the horrible thing. Like, if you look at Gaza, right, and you see all the buildings that are destroyed, I think it's really easy for you to say that. Did you know that
if you saw, we covered it whenever it happened, whenever Trump finally made a deal with everything that went on in Gaza. Gaza is completely flat now. The buildings, everything is destroyed. It's all gone. It looked like a whole damn city, like New York. It looks just leveled. There's nothing but rubble of houses left. It's insane looking. If you've like look up pictures of Gaza now, there's nothing left. There's nothing left of Gaza. It's just a flat band of just earth. And it's so sad to see that too.
For example, the majority of people that are living in, I think, Gaza are under the age of 18. That's insane. That's crazy. So the idea that they somehow deserve this, the majority of them couldn't even vote. So I think that a lot of people support Palestine, but the problem
is the same reason why I don't think anything should happen to the kids that are getting the high schoolers that are getting arrested in right now on the ICE protests. What they need to do is they need to do an investigation on the parents, and they need to start locking up teachers for child abandonment. That's what they need to do. Like, you can't blame somebody for doing something that, well, you can't blame a child if a child does something that a parent is telling them to do, or an adult that is supposed to be their guardian is telling them to do.
People like Frogan try to launder their disgusting personality through the genuine struggle of the Palestinians. And I think that's the worst thing about it. And they also try to launder their disgusting personality through Islam.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that are like, here's the crazy thing is that whenever I had like that drama happened and like I got banned for like saying what I said about Palestine, a lot of the guys that were like, hey man, like, you know, do you want to talk and figure this out? And, you know, like, why don't you come and see us and, you know, we can see what's going on. They were all Muslims and Arab guys that I've known for years. So like this weird thing where it's like, oh, wow, like Islam is this bad thing. I don't see it that way at all. Like a lot of the guys that I know like that are great. So whenever you take your religion and you use your religious expression and you use your social causes as a shield for basically for people to not attack your personality at, what you do is you have people attack those causes. So what are you fundamentally doing?
Well, that's the big problem that's going on with a lot of this, with the Somalians that got arrested for fraud and you know, incarcerated for fraud in Minneapolis, with these token people, these transgender people, is that whenever you call some of them out for having just a straight up bad character, you get called racist or all these different names. And it's like, well, maybe you're just a bad person and somebody's calling you out on it. Well, like, instead of getting so aggressive and like attacking them, maybe you should, you know, kind of like look within, you know, have that moment.
You're fundamentally turning people against your religion. And you're turning
because and that's another thing is like, if you don't address these people the way they need to be addressed, you don't have to worry about the one person you just called a racist. You're going to have to worry about the community or the city or the state you just got thrown out of. That's what you're going to have to worry about. When you don't take accountability, when you do something bad as a religious minority, a trans minority, an immigrant minority, or something of the sort, you open everybody up, not just yourself. You open like look at what's going on right now. Trump's trying to ban Somalians from even being able to get immigration, and he's trying to reverse immigration statuses for Somalians because of what went on in Minneapolis. And it sucks to see that, but if you don't change your radicals in your groups, you get defined by them. You have to address them.
Against your causes by trying to launder your disgusting personality through those things. That's what I think. Not all Muslims make jihad. Well, it's my opinion, right? I mean, I'm not saying, doesn't mean I want to live in a Muslim country, but I think there's a live and let live. And listen, I grew up in a place where you got to get along with everybody, okay? Like, that's what I do.
Viewership decreased significantly. On top of that, multiple hate campaigns were launched after me. I was
deserved. You deserved it.
Being harassed left and right.
You deserved it.
From multiple people.
Yeah.
I was getting death threats. I had to have security at TwitchCon because I was getting incredible death threats. All because I, you know, talked about people's support of Israel.
Should have put those people in jail.
And called them
I agree.
out for it.
Like, you shouldn't be able to get online and threaten people. I think that we need to start holding people to an accountability. That's what needs to happen. We need to start holding these people accountable whenever you get online and you threaten people. When you make a video saying that you want to harm somebody, or you make a post or a vlog or something like that, or like anything, a comment, you just need to go to jail. That's not part of the freedom of speech. That's not part of the First Amendment. That's not what it's there for. It's there for people who want to come to the table and speak diplomatically. That's what it's there for. It's not there to protect people who want to push hate speech. It's not there for people that want to threaten you. It's not there for people that want to use that as like a back door for saying just heinous, nasty shit to oppress somebody.
Wait, what?
Because I, you know, talked about people's support of Israel.
People's support of Israel? Who's supporting Israel? Who's supporting Israel in a way that's
How's
problematic?
it going, Darker? Want us?
Like what, Ethan? Me? Like what? What are you talking about?
and called them out for it, and you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that? I mean, for supporting Israel, you also said that you hope that veterans get PTSD.
Okay. I learned the hard way, unfortunately.
Apparently not. You're still saying this.
Yeah, I mean, I lost a lot of my viewership then too. You know,
Deserved.
I said the quiet part out loud way too early.
Yeah, the quiet part, which is wait a minute. Oh, wait a second. So the quiet part is that you support terrorists killing innocent people in Israel because Israel killed innocent people in Palestine?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, how does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't both of these things be horrible and bad? Like, I don't see, like, I mean, there's no moral consistency with this at all.
These are the same people that are going to tell you that you're immoral for wanting to deport illegals. Like, these are the same people. They're one and the same.
I don't regret it. If I lose my career for supporting Palestine, I don't give a fuck.
It wasn't for, this is what she does. And I honestly, I really hate
just no accountability whatsoever. No accountability even in the slightest.
The fact that people like her do this, because I think that it does really hurt that cause whenever everybody's impression of the Free Palestine movement is narcissistic, entitled, toxic people like her. I think it really, I think that they've poisoned the well so bad that a lot of, I think, reasonable, good-intentioned, well-meaning people that would be supporters of the Palestinian people's struggle, which has been going on. Keep this in mind. It's been going on for decades now. This has been going on for so long. It's just that October 7th brought it to, like, the mainstream consciousness. But before that, it was still really bad. I didn't really cover it a lot or talk about it or know a lot about it then either, to be honest. But my point is that activists poison every well. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that this is not an activist. This is a parasite. She is parasitically attached herself to this cause and is damaging the cause by trying to launder her reputation through it. That's what she's doing.
Well, that's one of the reasons why, oh, we're doing it again? Hold on. Oh, okay. We had a drop.
Right
that's
now.
the reason why presidents have stepped out of power whenever they've been impeached, is because, like, if they actually, like, for example, which president, I think it was it Kennedy? Who was the cheater? Someone cheated. What president stepped out of power for cheating? Bill Clinton. Ah, oh, no. Oh, my God. Of course it's Bill. Oh, Billy. So when you have a president that acknowledges they did something wrong and they step out of power, so that way their political party can still do their thing, right? Like, for example, I think that Trump should step out of the office. I do. There is too much compromising stuff in the Epstein files that makes what he's pushing forward look bad. Because now, every time someone's going to think of illegal immigration and come to find out there was a bunch of really bad stuff in the Epstein files that condemns Trump, right? Allegedly, that's what people keep saying that there is, but I haven't seen anything. Nobody's seen anything. I haven't seen any proof yet. It will define that party. That's why Trump needs to step out of his position. I know he doesn't want to, but he should let J.D. Vance run it. He should. Anybody that is in politics, that is in those files, they're compromised. They need to get out of politics until the full, unredacted versions of those documents are released. That's what needs to happen. You can't, you have to acknowledge whenever you're hurting your own cause. Whenever you've got too much stuff going on with you, you need to step away from it. You need to. You're hurting the people that want it, and you're making them look bad.
Well, you don't watch me anymore because you don't support Palestine? Fuck you.
It's got nothing to do with
care.
that. That has nothing to do with that.
Okay? I don't give a fuck.
Has nothing to do with that.
People want to talk about my numbers. I don't care. It's never going to be a situation where they're like, oh, she's just going to work retail or she's going to work at a fast food restaurant. I have a master's degree from one of the best universities in the world for my field.
Then you should get a job in something like that, because the truth is that what you're doing right now is a big mistake, and this is honest, genuine advice. You're not making enough money in order to make ends meet. It's obviously you're not. And so if you have a good degree and you can get a job, you said you were a researcher before, the best thing that you can do for your life is to go and do that. And I think that also having a degree of credibility as a professional would also help your streaming career as well. So that would be my advice.
Yeah, like, just imagine if Rogan stepped away from all this drama stuff and she, like, actually started, like, using her platform to, like, research stuff. Like, what if she got a job and she was able to, like, show her research? Wouldn't that be legit? Like, Rogan is a very talented individual. She is. But she's gotten wrapped up in all these politics, and she doesn't need to be. That's the problem.
I think that's what she should do. That is, like, you should actually do that. I mean, you'll make more money. You'll be taken more seriously. You'll have a more long-term career.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who knows how long streaming is going to work at all, right? I mean, like, you could get banned randomly. You know, like, the culture could shift and people could keep harassing you and you could feel unsafe in the future. That's not going to happen at a researcher's job. And I think it'd probably be better for you to get out. I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, there are benefits to being at a normal job, right? I mean, I've worked a normal job before, and I think that, like, it is nice to see your coworkers and to hang out with them and to talk to them, and there's like a camaraderie there that whenever you spend all day inside by yourself, I think you don't.
I think that the issue is that if Rogan changes her views, they're just gonna call her a grifter, and it's gonna fuel it up even more. That's the problem. That's the issue. That's why these people have to double down on it, is because they've alienated the people that can see what's really going on. So they have to keep catering to the people that want, they want you to say what they want to hear. That's the problem. And if she alienates that side of it, she's not going to have an audience. Then she's going to have to get a job. That's the problem. Seriously, that's what's really going on here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and watch this video, and then we're probably gonna roll up out of here. Check out Midwest Safety, Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. So apparently this cop got attacked at his job. This is a video, this is a reaction video. YouTube, don't strike me, don't pull me down. Mr. AI man, master, whatever you want to be called, don't hit me. Leave me alone.
Get a couple more officers.
What's going on?
Somebody said they're going to hurt my family. They wanted me to hurt kids, and I can't do it.
Okay.
So I got to do this.
On November 17, 2022, outside the Ross County Sheriff's Office in Ohio, security cameras captured a man aimlessly circling the building before approaching the back door and knocking on the window. After briefly walking away.
We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to noon. So check out, come and chill with us again, man. Come chill with us again.
He would eventually be greeted by
hit the
Sergeant
sub, hit the follow, man. It helps out with the viewers
the encounter
too.
would take a dramatic turn that Ross County deputies would never forget.
Hi.
Hey, buddy. Can you help me out something real quick? Can you get a couple more officers?
What's going on?
Somebody said they're going to hurt my family. They wanted me to hurt kids, and I can't do it.
Okay.
So I got to do this.
Whoa.
That's really that. I fast forwarded for a reason. I don't need another vacation. Okay. That sucks.
No shot. You're shot? I'm shot. I'm shot in the chest. No.
I thought that every, well, I mean, I guess if you're at the station, you wouldn't really need. I thought all officers wore bulletproof vests. I mean, do we really need a reason not to wear a bulletproof vest when you're like, you know, like, how's that not part of the uniform anymore? Or like part of the uniform?
Oh. Yes.
All right, keep your copper, keep your.
You gotta no. Ah!
Where you shot at?
In the chest.
Right in the chest? I gotta get you moved to cover.
Where you shot at?
This one might not be it. Let me see. Let me see if I can't find another one. Let me check out another one. Hold on. That one might just not be it, bro. Let's do this one.
Marion County, in the heart of Florida, a sharp-eyed sheriff's deputy spotted a parked blue
Oh man, we got another Florida. We got another Florida.
Toyota Tundra reported stolen by Gainesville Police Department. As the deputy pulled into the parking lot of the Circle K, the vehicle sped off. The deputy confirmed that the Toyota was stolen, but she had no idea there was a hostage in the passenger seat.
We're passing Circle K eastbound on 42.
6542, we're stop on 441, route Sunset Harbor, set up the I can do that. Yeah, he's just driving normal. Just wait till we get there, you know, before we let it up. Unless you have to.
We're still eastbound, coming up on 92nd Terrace, speeds are 40. 9th Avenue.
Okay, so they see the car, right? That must be the car right there. There we go. Oh!
Okay, northbound, trying to ride on the Sunset Harbor.
I thought it was a white car.
441 passing.
Before the next car comes by. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. Okay, we back.
He's slowing down, maybe coming to a stop. Third lane.
Woo! Oh, come on, get him!
Vehicle continuing eastbound on
Oh! You see, like, whenever you got somebody that's doing this, when they got somebody that's flying through these streetlights and stuff, I feel like every time you fly through a streetlight in a high-speed chase like this, you should be charged with attempted murder. Because you have, like, a percentage every time you fly through an intersection that's a red light of being T-boned and ending somebody else's life. And they need to start charging people that way, too.
Stop 143rd lane.
He's on rims on the front.
Oh, so he's got a flat. And that truck is not going to be easy to take down either. You got them Taliban people using those Toyota trucks whenever they were whenever it was like the Taliban in like the Middle East or whatever. Bro, them trucks are not easy to take down.
Going 19 miles
And Toyota Tundras don't mess around.
At the 9,000 block, southeast 143rd lane.
Trust your guys. Trust your guys. Pay attention to this gentleman here. So far, no pedestrians. Focus on him.
Passing southeast 90th Court. Take it right on southeast 90th Court.
So far, right on southeast 90th. He's losing the driver tire.
Yeah, they are. They're tanks in their own right. I don't remember killed that guy. Which one? The cop that killed that guy. Which one?
Being right on southeast 140 Woodline.
It's sad I have to say that, but that's the truth. Which one?
Right on southeast 140. Making a left on the southeast 90th Avenue.
Oh! Oh yeah, dude, there's no tire left. I'm kind of surprised he's having as much trouble as he is with that. Unless this is four-wheel drive, he really shouldn't be having this much trouble. I think he's got more than one flat.
If he gets back up to Sunset Harbor, you can trouble it if we need to.
He can't control that truck to save his life, bro.
26 on that. Focus and breathe. Focus and breathe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Whenever she tried to fly through the intersection and she struck and killed that dude that was in the truck. Yeah. No, like if you do that, you just need to be charged with attempted murder. You do. Like even if you're a cop, if you don't like whenever I was getting trained to drive the fire truck, one of my fail and pass moments is whenever your lights and sirens and you don't stop at an intersection and yield the right of way. Every intersection you stop at before you go across. You have to make sure that people yield the right of way to you. And it's not even a power thing, it's to prevent accidents. Because if you're driving almost a 3-ton truck filled with water at a very high speed, you're not going to be able to stop that. It's going to plow into whatever you have. Same thing with a car. Like, unless you're like actively chasing the person, if you're just responding to an incident, you need to be like very cautious. Yeah, both his front tires are flat. Both his front tires are flat. This chase is almost over.
Clear this intersection here.
That's more left on southeast
Oh, come on. They're making contact too soon.
Driver, white female passenger. You just back in front.
There's a passenger.
Now I have the white baseball cap, orange t-shirt, going eastbound on Sunset Harbor again, passing southeast 93rd Avenue.
What the hell is that?
Passing southeast 93rd Avenue.
Oh, that's his bumper. That's his bumper. That's his back bumper.
Units, we do
I thought that was the wheel. I was like, what is that? Oh. Yep, there goes that other tire's tread. Front what? Front driver's side tire. Yeah. Well, that tire was already popped. Oh, someone's nervous.
10-4, I don't want to pit him on this curve.
I don't want to sound like an asshole. I don't. But you know I gotta point this out. If you're more concerned, if you have to take any amount of time to sit there and settle yourself in a police chase, you probably shouldn't be there. Because you are taking away from your abilities to do your job and giving your job 100% of focus. That's why you see a lot of these like tactical teams that work in the military. You'll have the sergeant or whoever will talk to them and be like, is there anything going on at home that we need to know about? Anything that could happen that will affect your ability to give this mission 100% of your focus. This, like anytime I've fought fire, I've never had to do this. If you have to do this and you're at a job that's high stressful like this, you need to find somewhere else to work. You do. This is not a good thing. Oh, I know it helps, but at the same time, you could give that position up to somebody who won't have that and won't have to deal with this. I want to say that it also depends how long this person's been on the force as well. Like, I was obviously nervous on my first fire, but like after that I was like, oh, this is fun. Like
10-4, I don't want to pit him on this curve.
Can't tell me you're doing it for the money. I mean, let's be honest here.
Making a left on Southeast 100 Avenue. 100 Avenue.
10-4 left on 100 Avenue.
Ain't no way he's gonna be able to keep control of this truck.
He's driving in the wrong.
Oh, this could be your chance right here. This could be your chance right here. Bro, if you ain't gonna try to get this car, if you ain't trying to pit this car, you need to go on pull back and let somebody else try to get this car, man. Seriously. Seriously, if your nerves are this on edge where you can't sit here and do this, this truck isn't even going that fast. Compared to some of the high-speed chases that we've seen.
You got a white substance coming out the window here. I'm sure if it's from the road or first vehicle at that.
He has no tires on the front of his car. Right here, come on, get him. Come on. Ah!
I'll let him roll until we get up this hill. Can we get a unit up ahead on 100, try to stick these last two tires?
Working on 100 Avenue, set off your sticks.
Alright, so we're doing good, but I want to get him through these curves.
Why would you want to get him through the curves? If he's on the left side and there's a curve to the right, that's the best way you can get him, right there. You know why? Because he's going to turn into you. See, she should be like right here by the time he starts moving over, so that way you get the momentum of him going into you and the momentum of you going forward to make that pit work. Why are you sitting here pussyfooting around, man? Come on. What are you doing?
One car that's conscious. Passing northeast 103rd Street.
The whole goal of a pit is to make them spin out. What better way to make someone spin out than if they turned into you while you're trying to do a full pit? Like, come on. What are we doing? That is true. I think you're right about that. That is a blind corner. You're absolutely right. I see? That's why it's always good to have more than one person.
100th Avenue, passing 126 lane.
And 4 100 back, passing 126. I don't want to pit until we get on top of this.
Oh, it's pudding!
Because I don't want him to hurt anybody. Traffic's clear. There's no pedestrian.
I'm not gonna lie, for this being a little town in Florida, man, this place is live. There's a lot of people out here late at night.
Southeast 122nd lane, still northbound. They're approaching C25.
What the hell kind of helicopter is this? I've never seen this before. What is this? I've never seen this. It's even got lines on the roadway.
Here. Once we're through the intersection. Pedestrian.
Oh, back tire. Oh, he drove over the stop sticks. Oh, yeah, no, he's cooked now. There is no way you don't do a successful pit maneuver on this. You got a 2-lane road. He's on like one tire, bro. There's no way. There you go. Ooh!
Pit. He pulled out of it, still eastbound, passing 100 at First Court Road.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. These trucks are tanks, bro. These Toyotas, man. The other truck companies say their trucks are built to last. Toyota means it. Ah, dang. Their new thing should be Toyota. If you know, you know. Taliban tested. Taliban approved. Oh my god, dude.
If we got someone else who can get ahead of it, I'm not going to be able to pit him again until we get out of these curves.
Still eastbound, Highway 25, passing up 123rd.
107th Court, still eastbound.
Alright, so we're going to jump on here and then we're going to have to end this chase. I don't want to do it on this curve up here because I don't want to hurt anybody. 2-lane road might be all we got.
Speeds and traffic.
No traffic ahead.
Going for a pit.
Come on, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, dude, what was that? What was that? Oh.
54 pit attempt.
Air 1 Marion, they're still eastbound, passing 119th Court.
Damn. They're going over 100 right now. I'm actually really shocked. They are allowing this person to do a pit maneuver on this truck. Some states won't allow that. They're going over 100, dude. That's crazy.
Once again.
Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Oh, this might be it. This might be it right here. Come on. Ah. Oh, that would have been it if she was up high enough. He's zooming. I'm not gonna lie, for only having one tire, that truck is zooming. I'm impressed. I think if I ever get a truck, it'll be a Toyota. Ooh, come on. Bro, there's some sports cars that can't even go over 50 if they have pop tires. Like, that's impressive. Come on. Bro. If she pits that truck going this speed, bro, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
We're passing 146 here.
Northbound American from C25.
Last chance.
What she needs to do is try to force that truck over to the right, so that way she could take advantage of that back pop tire. But I mean, I guess he's just going so damn fast, bro. He's going so fast.
Good job, Mark. Alright. He's got the back passenger.
Yeah, it's like that truck doesn't even care that the tires are popped.
6694, turn on your left. You have one fire left.
Air 1, are we looking safe for a pit up ahead?
Yes, cruise is clear.
That was that a deer?
Just hit a deer?
Jesus, man.
They're passing 100.
He hit a deer? Hold on, wait. This dude hit a deer with 3 tires popped on that truck and it didn't even phase it. What the hell is that truck made out of?
Street Road.
Oh, there it goes. That's it. That's it. That's game over right there.
Another pit, Marion.
Damn, she jacked her bumper on that, bro. That was a bad one. I guarantee you the only reason why that truck even remotely stopped is because she rolled it. Guarantee you.
Looks like a 12,600 block of Mary Camp.
Stay in the vehicle!
I don't want to deal with that. Just go on and get this man.
Signal 431. Have them stage. The passengers unresponsive.
Yeah, they should be really concerned with that passenger. Is that passenger like? Did she get kidnapped or something? Like, what's going on with that passenger?
They haven't secured you.
Here, one man. There's
I have headphones over my hoodie because these headphones hurt my ears. That's why.
still trying to get them out of the vehicle.
In fact, if these headphones didn't hurt my ears, I wouldn't have the hoodie on.
Searching now.
Station still 1033.
You have any view on him at all? No, not with that glass like that. He's in the back seat. He's in the back seat standing up.
He's in the back seat standing up.
Who's behind me? They got another shield? Who's behind me?
Oh man, you know they gotta bring out the shields now. I hope Florida does this right. Alright. You see, the reason why I criticize these shields so much, because in an instance where the car is overturned, like let's say this car is belly up, right? And this person has a gun, and you're trying to approach the vehicle, how are you going to have any protection for your lower body? If the gunman shoots the cop in the leg and the cop goes down, you're going to expose everybody behind you. I understand that the shield isn't meant to withstand heavy bullets, but if you're going to go through the trouble of making a police shield, do it the right way.
I could see him moving back there. He was standing up, though, because I could see him by the driver's seat. He was standing up. He was standing by the driver's seat. Yeah, she's... I don't know.
I mean, I would try earbuds, but these are just so easy to turn on. I just flip a switch and it automatically connects. Like, it's like one of those things that I'm probably gonna wear these until they fall apart. Like, they've already started sort of falling apart. I've got a little bit of, you know, but like, I don't care. They sound nice. I like them. Other than the fact that they kill my ears.
Yeah, he's still moving back there. You can see him. He's squatting now, though. I'm looking right at his head.
All right, I see a hand, I believe.
You able to hit the spotlight on that window? Yeah, I probably can. I got it right here.
Well, oh wait, they do have full body shields. Oh my god, this department has full body shields. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh no, those are the same shields. I got my hopes up. Well, I worked at a fire department, and we had to have body armor if we had gotten called to a school shooting. And that's one thing that the fire department preaches more than anything else, is why be reactive when it happens? Just be proactive. Do it, think about it, and do it before something happens. That's the problem with our society. If we had more people that were proactive, we would have less reason to be reactive whenever something finally goes wrong. That's what standard operating procedures are built for. Whenever a fireman dies in a fire, they figure out how that happened, and they make procedures around it. Like, for example, the buddy system. If I'm a fireman, and I go into a building, and I get trapped under a beam, and I'm the only one in there, and I can't reach my radio, I've got a fucking problem. Well, standard operating procedure enforces buddy system. You go in with somebody else. Why can't we be proactive? Why do we have to be reactive with every damn thing, even with our law enforcement that go out and risk their life every single time they clock in?
I don't want any sympathetic fire coming from this right side. Yes, sir. We're just shining the light on the window so we can see better.
Why does somebody have to lose their life, or a few people have to lose their lives for somebody to do something about it? That's the problem.
Against the top of the truck.
Hey, get that back window out. Hey, don't you reach! Don't reach! Don't reach! Get up! He's trying to wake her up, it looks like. We got a visual on him on the front?
Yes.
He don't have anything in his hands. Both hands are empty. She's moving a little bit, maybe. Later, he's moving her. Both of his hands are empty. Both of his hands are empty, and he is moving her. You want to get one person with a shield on that front window and just watch him? He's reaching in the dash.
Is it sad that they're better off using a car as a shield than they are using those fucking shields? I mean, I think he's genuinely concerned about the passenger. It looks like he's trying to do something to help her or him. What's going on here? What are we doing, guys? Yeah, but I missed the whole thing.
I'll cover the back window.
Close to your gun, just so if something happens, you don't fire. They got enough fire right there.
That's my favorite tool. That's my favorite tool from the fire department. Why don't anybody that use that tool, that's a police officer, know how to use that damn tool? That tool has so many purposes. You could open a door that's metal with that tool. Why do you have that tool and you don't know how to use it properly? So what you should do with that tool is use the spiked end to make a hole at the top of the shield, at the windshield, and then what you would do is you would use the adz of it, the end that looks like a hammer puller thing, and you would put that in there and pop the windshield out. It would take 2 steps. You're like, it's one of the things they train you on when you go to college is how to use a Halligan for specific purposes. And of course, what do firefighters get called to a lot? Accidents. But it amazes me that somehow these cops get a Halligan. I don't even know how they do it. And they don't even know how to use the damn thing. It would take just make a hole in one corner of the windshield and pop it out. The windshield is built to be popped out for that reason. That's why it's one whole piece of glass.
Stop! Stop digging around right now! Let me see your hand!
Air 1, man. They're 10-4. They're making.
Bro, he's using the flat end of it. He's using the flat end of a Halligan to do that. I can't.
Vehicle.
He's not even using the spiked part of it.
You're about to get dog if you won't get out of that truck. We have got to get her first aid. You need to get out of the truck right now. We're coming in there and snatching you out.
And the reason why like they train you to use tools a certain way is because whenever you're a firefighter and you've got all that bunker gear on, like 3 layers of like structure gear, it gets hot. You get fatigued really quick. Every movement that you make in bunker gear at an operation matters. You could be sitting there pounding away on a door, and you're going to be gassed out by the time you even enter the building, or you can learn how to use your tools properly, and 2 strikes away, and then you're in the building putting out a fire. Every movement matters.
We've got to give him treatment. Get out of that truck now.
Bro, look at that windshield. That windshield gives me a headache.
Sarge.
Oh my god. Dude, that windshield, bro. Bro, the ass chewing that you would get if you were a fireman trying to get somebody out of that car would be on levels not even fucking heard of.
Sarge, watch glass.
Bro.
Hold on. Let's not get too many people in there. Then come out! I will, but there's glass right there. Get out. Hit him with the tape. Come out right now. Come out. Come out right now. Come out right now. Come out right now. I'm coming, sir. Come out. Get out. I'm coming. Let me go.
Ah, damn, get out of the truck, man. Stop fucking around. Get out of the truck. Jesus, man.
I get behind my back. Stay behind my back. Okay. Get behind my back. Damn. Are you pinned somewhere? Come out, man. Real simple.
Stand up.
I love how these people, they always say, oh, I'm complying with the police. If you complying with the police, then get the hell out of the truck, man. What are you doing?
Her neck is hurt. Not that you care. I don't care.
Well, if you cared, then you wouldn't have put her in that position. You would have put her in a position where you had all these police chasing after you and you ended up rolling your own truck. These people don't ever think of the consequences of their own action. They only try to get the outcome.
It's pinned right here.
Anything in your pockets? Buddy, you got gloves?
No. Medics come over. Yeah, let the medics work on getting her out of this vehicle.
Stop reaching.
No way he has a prior history and he gets let off easy. No shot.
Stop.
Really, dude?
Breathing, as long as you don't see anything life-threatening, you need to be right now. We'll let the medics get her out. The firemen get her out.
Oh, she must be pinned.
You're gonna be okay. What's your name? Kim? Well, keep talking to me, Miss Kim. It's gonna be all right.
I've been to a vehicle entrapment. I surprised a lot of people at my fire station by how well I handle the tools and stuff. So, yeah, man, college can really help you out in blue collar. I ain't even gonna lie.
Put your chest on the glass. Spread your legs. Spread your legs.
Hey, Miss Kim.
Is it Kim or Kimberly? Kimberly, what's your last name, Miss Kimberly?
10-4 MCFR is just asking if it's going to be a rollover or if there's entrapment.
It's a rollover, 1 entrapment.
I have no idea where the probes are at.
There's one tire right here, this side of the stud.
You have anything that's going to put me inside?
Huh?
You said he had a pocket.
Can you tell if your legs are trapped at all? I can see your right leg. Are you able to move your left leg at all?
All right.
We have medics going to come get you out, okay?
Stop.
He's pulling me. Stop. He's going to pull the probes out. Who is this guy to you?
He's supposed to be getting me a ride home.
Yeah, did he tell you why he was running like that?
I have no idea.
That's crazy. What? So it was a kidnapping.
This is here.
I understand. Well, this is on me, not you.
She's having a hard time with her arm.
With her arm?
Ooh, they gonna have to be all kinds of delicate with this, man. They're probably gonna have to stabilize the vehicle.
Yeah.
No, we got both her arms are good.
Oh, she was saying that she's having issues with her.
Really good job with everything. I was really worried for you on this pit right here. I saw your wheels come off the ground and I thought you were the one rolling it first. So I'm really glad that you're
Yeah, she did get a little bit of air. She got a little bit of air whenever she started rolling that truck, man. She handled herself real good.
With the pits like that, you had me like scared for me. I gotta check my car.
Oh, I know mine's deaf.
Russell Corner. You got emails about him? LT knew who it was. He said, not you again. Did he really?
Alright. Go find my friend.
So damn, they was already looking into this guy prior to this.
Hey, I don't know if you heard, I already ran him on LPR, and I'm gonna have him send it on to you.
What is it?
His ID card.
You got a warrant?
Who's got him?
I don't know.
He's right here.
All right, he's got to go in somebody other than her car because she's been towed in. Just come out of the car, man. It was pretty easy, wasn't it?
You know I saw you at the gas station. You're a ding-dong.
Everything else aside, I told you can come out. No one's going to hurt you. No one's going to hit you or harass you. But when you don't come out, that's why we got to use the taser on you. Mirandize them to your question. You're not transporting them, man.
Russell, listen to me, man. Can you hear me? Give me a good nod. Come on now.
You stop 6-2?
Alright. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in court of law. Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained?
I don't understand why they don't just tell people that you should know your rights. I know that some states do that now, where they're like, you got to know your own rights. We're not going to say it to you, so don't try to use it as a cop-out to get out of jail. But, like, that needs to be like a national thing. Like a federal thing.
Go ahead, nod. Yay, nay.
That was Stringer's car. He hit stop sign. So he's got a flat tire.
Alright, we'll try again.
Yeah, that's all.
Everyone, I think we're good right now. You can clear. Appreciate it. Everyone's 1026.
Have you ever seen him before?
Right there. No, sit right in there.
No way, is he gonna put up a fuss?
A bunch.
Wait, what does that say?
How many times you put them?
14 pits. Damn.
What's the point?
Hey, this is Deputy Wolfenberg with Marion County Stolen Cars.
So it was a stolen truck. Bro knew what kind of truck to steal, man. Let me tell you something. That damn Tundra. Woo!
Alright, do it to it.
You got a grinder there and you got that. That's got.
You know what really sucks about this? There is a very good chance that the insurance is not going to cover this.
Wait.
I would say there's enough residue if you get all that residue out of there.
Insurance companies are scams, bro.
I wonder if that's what he was throwing out the window. Empty. Well, let's see what's in there.
More meth.
Residue.
Marion County Jail and charged, transported to a local hospital, and was later released. She was never accused of any wrongdoing and faces no charges of any kind. The suspect, identified at the scene as Russell Kane Cornegay, was taken to Marion County Jail and charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of cannabis less than 20 grams, felony
Bro was getting lit.
police with disregard to safety,
Damn.
theft of a motor vehicle, resisting an officer without violence, false imprisonment, and driving with a suspended license. Originally, Russell entered a not guilty plea. However, after almost 8 months sitting in jail, he entered a plea deal. All of the drug charges.
How many? 8 months? A year?
Driving with a suspended license. Originally, Russell entered a not guilty plea. However, after almost 8 months sitting in jail, he entered.
Well, I mean, shit, that's what you get. Better figure out what you gonna do, man.
Entered a plea deal. All of the drug charges, as well as the grand theft of a motor vehicle and the false imprisonment charges, were dropped. In exchange.
What? How do you get the grand theft? How do you get the grand theft auto dropped as a charge? How? Dude, if I was the owner of that vehicle and the insurance didn't cover my vehicle, I would be pissed to find out this dude got let go on and that charge was. Bro, what?
Exchange, Russell pleaded guilty to the remaining charges and was sentenced to time served, just a week shy of 8 months. He was also assessed fines and court costs of over $54,000.
Yeah, because you know he's totally gonna pay that back. Come on, guys.
Agreed to pay $50 a month. At that rate, it will take Russell 90 years to square up with the state of...
Bro. Give me a break.
Florida. Russell was then transferred to neighboring Sumter County for violating his community custody, stemming from a 2022 drug conviction. He was returned to prison in April 2024.
Yo, he went back to prison. He went back to prison last year.
And was released on community custody.
Oh no, he
was
was released.
2025, which he continues to serve. Russell's criminal history stretches all the way back to 19.
Why the hell do you want this person out in the general population? You don't need somebody like this continuing to get out of jail, man. Put them in jail, leave them in the jail. Come on.
When Russell was found
Just think about if he had ran an intersection and T-boned a car or someone T-boned him. Bro.
Possession of amphetamines at the
Everyone in the community suffers when you let these people go.
21. The subsequent 25 years saw Russell in and out of jail and prison for multiple drug convictions, as well as driving-related convictions, establishing a long pattern of drug abuse and dangerous driving behavior.
Hold on real quick. Ready, set, victory!
Yeah, and that person totally can be rehabilitated, right? Totally. That's crazy, bro. W Midwest Safety. Hell yeah, Midwest Safety. Let's go, Midwest Safety. All right, we rolling. We are out of here, boys. How's it going, 033V? Have a great rest of y'all's day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being you. Stay safe out there. Stay friendly. Try not to, cause any problems for anybody. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole day or their whole life. You never know. And I'll see you boys tomorrow. As long as the internet plays nice with me. Peace. Let's see what we got. We got let's see. There we go. Peace.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm